1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. We be burning up. Don't know the words. Let's make sure that I'm in the center. Let's get it popping, man. How's my mic sound in here? There we go. A 1 2, a 1 2, a 1 2, a 1 2. Let's make sure to share this out to the people. What's going on? It is Friday, August 25th. Salute to all the people who are popping in. Comment gang strong. Vacation time is done. I just loaded up another interview I'm about to put into the member section just now. Let me actually do that now. Multitask this in the background while we're having our conversation here. I'm going to do some adjustments, but salute to everybody who's popping in right now. I just did a quick share on Twitter. If you all feel like doing the same, feel free. You know what I'm saying? We're sharing is caring. I'm just doing some adjustments in here. I'm going to put this to the members section. Comment gang strong or higher. Salute to the whole comment gang strong. This is the Goose by the Way interview. That's Conway's little bro, who's on tour with Conway the Machine right now, who I just interviewed not too long ago. So salute to him. What else we got here? Let me see. Let me share this on Facebook. Bada boom, bada bing. And we'll get a conversation going on here. I got a few topics lined up, a lot of topics actually. But we're technically off of vacation. New episode going to drop on Monday. I was going to keep the vacay going until Thursday, but you know, I'm getting podcast fever. I ain't going to lie to you. I feel like I need to get back into the real things, you know what I'm saying? And do a pre-recorded episode so Dusty and I can get a real conversation going on and talk about some of these things that are going on in the news and the rap scene, just in the scene, period. So salute to Dusty Wallace. Also, before I start this, big salute to the sponsors. Diamond Club. All right. They got deliveries all over the GTA. Hit them, and across Canada. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _ Canada, or you can find them on the Leafy Things website or the 7 Days of Weed website. One announcement I'll make quick fast also while I'm talking about Diamond Club is that there's a show going on. The We Love Hip Hop Gang. We're going to be doing a live podcast. Plus, there's going to be a bunch of other performances and stuff going down. So that's going down September 2nd. Let me see if I can pull up something here. One second. I'm taking my time to get into this today. I'm not trying to be fiddling and rushing around through my my laptop here. So bear with me a second, gang, as we pull up a couple things in the background here. I don't know why my house is so damn hot. Got the air conditioner blasting. All right, so let me pull up my Instagram here. Follow me on Instagram, Friday Ricky Dread. Let's see what we're working with here. I'll go on to my profile. Oh, and big salute to Ro Dollar. He gave me this shirt right here. A whole care package. I got a bunch of different swag that I'm going to be popping off over the next coming episodes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's another sponsor I want to big up too, but we'll get to them in a second. Comment Gang, how y'all doing? I see y'all popping in the chat right here. Comment Gang strong. I don't know what's going on with it. Let's hope that this internet's not playing with me today. Okay, let's get into the stories here. Right here. Y'all can see that? Let me make sure y'all can see that on the screen. Put this right behind me better. My bad. And we're going to talk about Trump. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. FAVORIITE, WhyG living his best life while still, finding some time to go out his ops. The Young and Ace, truth telling. I still want to talk about them Hawaii fires. Jamaican migrants We that didn't slip past my radar. You know what I'm saying? The Jamaican migrants getting kicked out and getting deported from certain small towns over here in Ontario. And Poetik Flakko, big salute to Poetik Flakko. I want to give him a salute as well. You know, he's been really puffing out his chest and showing that, you know, he's that main guy at No Jumper. So at some point in time, remind me to give him a salute. And my top 5 rappers. That's the name of this video I titled here. My top 5 Toronto rappers. My personal top 5. I'll be giving you that at some point in this live here too. All right, so let's get it popping. What I have on the screen here, a 19 and over event. All right, it's Stone Giants Records and Canna Cans presents Puff Puff Pass the Mic Showcase. All right, so that's September 2nd, 2023. Doors open at 7 p.m. Show starts at 8. Performances by Elemental, Blazero, Nikki Nine Doors, Connoisseur Ghost, The Real Burt, K9. Special guest performances by Brandon Lee, Team Supreme Project, and the headliners is 23 Dawn. All right. We're also going to be there in attendance doing a live podcast. All right. So if y'all want to see the We Love Hip Hop boys, the boy Friday Ricky Dread, as well as Dusty Wallace doing this live in your face, pause, pull up. All right. Let me see where the address is here. 1 second. Address is 2979 Lakeshore Boulevard. This is going to be in Hamilton. All right. So make sure to tap in. It's going to be a dope event. Sane. Make sure I cover everything before we get into this proper like. Make sure I share this. Let the people on Instagram get some, you know what I'm saying? Can't forget the Instagrammers. And who's over here in the comment gang? Comment gang strong. Angel Faith, what up? Citadel, what up? Yak Attack TV, we out here. Who else is in here? Click in the building. Tony Black, what up? Road to Success, what up? He said Dr. Friday still on vacation vibes. Nah, fam. Vacation time done. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 interviews in the vault right now that we're going to be releasing over the coming weeks. And yeah, man, we back at it, man. We're going to be recording this weekend, man. We get an episode for y'all on Monday. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I share this and do a double check on the audio here quick, fast before we get into it. Just give me a second, gang. Un momento. I like to double check stuff over here. Actually, let me go on my Twitter, or X as they call it now. Let's see if I can catch it from there. There we go. See if I can catch it. Okay. See? Better. 1 second, gang. I want to share this on Instagram. I'm not even going to go on Instagram live today. I'll tell you, and I've been saying this over and over, low key, I'm not a big fan of Instagram live anymore. That's dead. You know what I'm saying? Them times is over. That used to be a fun thing, you know what I'm saying? During the pandemic when everybody was like, yo, I'm on live. Oh my God, we can do a 4-way live. You know what I'm saying? But now, that time is dead, B. That's basura, B. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that like some people aren't still getting their stuff off over there. Salute to Icy Springer. You know what I'm saying? He's over there doing well on the live thing. But me personally, it's not my thing. Just give me a second, gang. I'm just here making a share on YouTube. Sorry, on Instagram. Make sure that they see this. We live. Bam. All right. And let's get into some of these topics, man. For the people who've been looking for a Drake album, I know y'all be looking for some word from the OVO lawyer over here. He didn't drop an album, gang. How do y'all feel about that? Did y'all expect Drizzy Drake to drop an album today. Okay, the For the Dogs album was supposed to drop. I can't even say it was supposed to drop. I heard on CP24 them talking about it. And they said that it was going to be dropping on the 25th of August. But I'm thinking to myself, where they get their information from? Because I never heard the boy himself say, For the Dogs is dropping on Friday. Right? Have y'all heard that? Because I know people were anticipating a Friday release. He's been on tour, saying here and there, like, yeah, dropping just now. But he didn't drop. Right? Is that a big deal? Are y'all mad about that? Or were y'all expecting to be listening to the Drake album today? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? One thing we never actually discussed quick fast. What are y'all thoughts on this album cover that I have in the back of me here? Okay. Now let's be easy. Big salute to Adonis, his son, who he says drew this for him. Okay. Are y'all feeling the album cover? All right. Is this going to work for a quote unquote classic that we're supposed to be expecting? For him to be rapping his heart out on this one. This is supposed to be for the dogs. Does this album cover bring it together? Is this the one that screams for the dogs? With all due respect, okay? Because we're not trying to disrespect anybody's youths. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. Are y'all feeling this album cover? I'll even do a poll. I'll do a poll. I'll make it way easier. Y'all can remain anonymous and throw your hate in there. Are y'all feeling the new Drake album cover? Question mark. Bam. Common Gang Strong. Salute to Down to Earth Podcast Network popping in. He wants to know, will Drake do something new? Probably. He'll probably be tapping into a different flow that he hasn't used before. He'll probably get into a bag that you'd be like, this is kind of experimental, but hey, let's hear it out. Drake has a habit of doing that. He'll probably fall into a couple of pockets of some things that are already going on. You know what I'm saying? There's a once upon a time where XXX Tentacion, RIP, claimed that the man stole his flow. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like on the KMT track, right? Kiss My Teeth track. So it's not like Drake is above what would do? Assimilating other flows into his repertoire. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all saying in the comments here? Aaron Joyce, what up? Album covers do matter unless you already made it. It's a good point. But it might not apply when it comes to Drake. Okay? I've already had the discussion over here, and I think it was on YouTube Live, that, and listen, this is with all due respect to this album cover here, because I'm not here to diss what your son did. Okay? But on average, but it's just kind of like a thing that Drake doesn't usually have fire album covers. I've yet to see an album cover from Drake, with the exception of Nothing Was the Same, where I was like, yo, that album cover is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or it just speaks to me in some kind of way. He's habitually made bad album covers. Maybe the Take Care album cover, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? That was cool. What was a bad album cover? There was a bad one at some point. I ain't even mad at Views. Views is all right too. With the CN Tower, I ain't mad at that album cover. You know what I'm saying? But there was one album cover that I was like, that is poubelle. Care package. I was like, bro, what is this? You guys just, this is not even Photoshop. This is like Kinko's, old school Kinko's. You know, remember this one? It was like the Lucy's of all his of the tunes from before. I was just like, I can't even say not impressed. I don't think you guys were impressed with this album cover. It's literally the grill of a car. Like, okay. Like y'all just came up with the album cover at the last minute. You put the you came up with the song order of what you were going to be putting on those Lucy tracks, but then you're like, oh yeah, album cover. Okay, just take a picture right now. You know what I'm saying? Just do it yourself, man. Don't even go call the designer guy. Let's just do it ourselves. All right. So when it comes to this album cover here for the Dogs, and you take it in comparison to, let's see, what was another bad Drake album cover? Okay. And let me make this clear. I've prefaced this by showing some good ones, but there's been a lot of misses on the album covers. Scorpion. Not that impressive on the album cover. Even when you actually look at it, it's like a picture inside of the back of a cover. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the Reddit. Somebody just said nice it on Reddit. Hey, whoever, if you're in the chat right now, suck your mouth. Peace Love said pay the dude from Fiverr. On the low end too, not even on the high end. You know what I'm saying? There's people on Fiverr you can get to do some stuff, and it can get pricey. But then you can also get somebody to do something on Fiverr for $100, $50, right? You got the $50 deal on Fiverr for this one here. All right. This one right here, the first album. And this is album number 1. It's just they just have a low percentage when it comes to fire album covers. Okay? Like thought-provoking album covers. Like it's just not something that I think that they put a lot of thought into when it comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? But salute to the boy. If y'all were looking for an album today, I don't have any information on when it's going to be dropping. I would anticipate that he's probably going to wait till the tour starts winding down outside of the United States. Like, I think he should be coming down here. When's Drake coming to Toronto? Let's see here. Drake tour dates. Let's see when he's gonna be in the 6. So right now he's in Seattle, September, Arizona, Austin, Houston. Oh my gosh, that's just gonna be a mess when the man goes over there. Miami. Okay, so October 7th. He'll be back over here in the city. All right. August 28th and 29th. They're going to be popping into Van City. Damn, let's go to Van City show. That'd be fire. But can y'all see this on the screen behind me? I'm not even checking. But Toronto. Y'all can see that one right there. Toronto. October 6th. That's when he'll be back. Dare I say, and this might be a super hot take, I'm okay with being wrong, but dare I say that album ain't going to be dropping until October. Like for for the super, super hardcore fans out there, like, don't get mad. Like, what do you mean October? Family, that's so long. Like, fair enough, it's okay. But I just don't see it in the, I don't just, maybe it's just me. I can't see man's touring while the album's out. I think he'll wait till the tour is wrapping up. And once he gets back to the 6, it's like, yo, album's dropping. You know what I'm saying? Birthday's in October. Salute to entertainment. Birthday is in October. All right. So birthday album drop is what he's saying here in the comments. Possibly. It's very possible. So once again, sorry for the people who were looking for an album today. Friday Ricky Dread, aka OVO Lawyer, is here to say it's not dropping, gang. Not today. Okay? But my predictions is October release. So we're getting to the end of August. You got a month. You got a month before you get a Drake album. In my opinion. I could be wrong. It could drop this weekend. Okay? He's known for surprise releases. But as far as what I think it's not dropping until October. See? Let's take a move over to somewhere else here in the world. And also before I continue, big salute to Steam and Hot Grabber. All right, I'm there sweating because the grabbers is hot, fam. Right now I'm smoking some of this peanut butter grabber. Okay, but they got all types of flavors, all types of. I just finished a shaker over here. You know what I'm saying? Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber. All right. All correctly spelled. Steamin' with no G on the end. Okay. Steamin' Hot Grabber. All right. Tell them the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you to, give you a little discount. You know what I mean? And I'm still going to get to that top 5, my personal top 5 rappers. Okay. I was having a conversation with somebody behind the scenes and they had asked me, yo, who's your favorite? Yeah, it was yesterday actually. After my interview, who's your favorite top 5 rappers? And I got 3 deep. Pause. And I was like, wow, I gotta think about that. I should have been able to just name off 5, bam, 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 of my personal favorites. So I took some time to think about it. Not a lot of time, because I shouldn't have to think super long on who your favorites, because they're favorites. You're right. I put a little bit more thought into it, and I came up with a list, and I will be presenting it to you later on in this live. All right, so stay tuned. Fousey, the Fousey crash out. Okay, I was watching academics cover this whole Fousey train wreck debacle. I don't know what to call it. I did post a couple of clips of it on my Instagram. Let me see if I can find some clips on my Instagram. Let's see if I could find some clips. I'm very apprehensive sometimes of showing some of this Fousey stuff because man curses a lot. So this was the end result of Fousey's night. He was doing a subathon. He hadn't slept for 48 hours at this point. When he was wilding out when he was at the end of his rope. Okay, and this happened here.
You guys are dumb as fuck.
You guys are dumb, bro.
You guys are literally dumb as fuck.
Yo, bro, guidelines.
Oh, yeah. Hey, record this. Security.
This guy's a goofy. 1 second, gang. Let me load up my sound effects, because...
Hey, come in here now. They told me to stay outside. I can't come inside. Yo, for my protection, come in here. He can't come in? Y'all are fucked. I'm suing all y'all.
We love hip hop.
My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral.
We love hip hop.
Are y'all dumb or are you...
They arrested a Palestinian Muslim who's viral. That sounds like an oxymoron right there. But keep cooking, bro.
You stupid. Do you like your job? You're fucked. Hey!
His bodyguard's telling him to rock. So that was the end result of the 48-hour just I don't know what to call it. There's no words for what this guy was doing for the last 48 hours. Like, and are y'all up on who FouseyTube is in the first place? Right? Like, he's a OG YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? He's been around from back before early YouTube days. He's been going viral. Right? He's had his skits and different things that he used to do back in the days. And, you know, he had his, what was it, July 15th moment where he was planning this huge concert. And he was supposed to have Drake at the concert and all types of cappery. And he was just going all over the place, making sure that people knew that Drake's going to be at the concert. Drake's going to be at the concert. Y'all remember that? Let me see if I can find something from that time. Fousey, Drake. Fousey and Drake. Okay, here. FouseyTube, July 15th event gone wrong. Y'all can see that properly? Just fast forward a bit.
And they did, and they know with the shit. Bitches on my dick. Bitches on my dick.
Is that Skinny from the 9? Yeah, Skinny from the 9 there?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so true.
Continue.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, man.
To the parking lot just past the box office.
The parking lot? Wait, guys, is this like a surprise? Is he gonna show up there?
So this is the event that he was doing back July 15th. This is like from 5 years ago.
I don't know what's happening, but we all have to go to the parking lot.
We love hip hop.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so true.
Keep moving down the road. You need to clear the road. Keep moving down the road.
Dude, everyone's like TanaCon version 2. This is so funny. And there are people smoking too. Like, okay, so the show is not going to be continuing. How delightful.
Like literally last night I texted her, I was like, I have a really bad feeling. Like I know something's gonna happen. It was pit, like in my gut feeling. Like
yeah, this is
deep
crazy.
down gut feeling
But I
that
feel bad for
knew
Fousey,
something
dude.
bad.
Look at this guy.
I want everybody tonight. I'm about to give a speech for the people that was delivered to me from God.
He's been on this, like, he has a God complex. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And this new term that I've been hearing thrown around in the content world, main character syndrome. He thinks that, like, now that, you know, and this is back when his clout was up, right? And his clout is up again. But every time his clout gets up to a certain level, like his brain just can't process all of this clout. And then he's like, oh my God. It just goes crazy. He can't handle it.
I want y'all to record this shit and tag every single celebrity in the world. Because we're taking the power and giving it back to the people. That's right! We're taking the money and giving it back to the people.
Power to the people. So this event here, he was supposed to have Drake at this event, and obviously Drake wasn't showing up. Like, I think you gotta have like 1 million and up to get Drake to pop up to your event. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just he ended up kind of doing his own song. Let me see if I can find a song that he did. I don't know what's happening here. So, okay, that's that, right? That event happened or didn't happen, I guess. And that was when he kind of he kind of disappeared for a second after that. He popped up on No Jumper. He went crazy over there, and then he kind of disappeared. Right? Since then, he's been back again. He's been popping up all over the YouTube space. He's been popping up on people's Instagram pages. He was here in Toronto, right? Some people have told me that they seen him here in Toronto. He was super, super, super rude. Let me see if anybody has Fousey in Toronto. Fousey in Toronto. Maybe somebody posted something more recent from him being here. Yeah. This
Wallahi, dog. Fuck it. Give me the backpack. Just give me the backpack.
When's this from? This must be recent.
Wallahi, dog. Fuck it. Give me the backpack. Just give me the backpack. Wallahi, I said record. Watch the clip. Wallahi, I looked at you and said record. Watch out. Let me get in. I'll wear the backpack, dog. I'll wear the backpack. I don't need your help. I don't need Adele's help. I don't need nobody's help. I swear to God on my mother's life, and the chat hates me and they'll vouch for me. I looked at the camera and I said,
We love hip hop.
I swear to God on my mother's life.
So this is Fousey down here, Dundas Square.
Why so far? Why is no?
He just seems to always be yelling every time there's a camera near him. That's kind of this thing, like spaz out when there's a camera near.
I love your 3 inches. Don't touch my fucking camera. Don't touch my camera. I'm in your city. 6 side. 6 side.
The man's just super disrespecting him, fam. Holy. You can't come to Toronto and play that right here, man. Road to Success says Fousey is top 5 on all the steroids. Holy. Yeah, and peace, love. Yes, he did have the boxing match that he lost as well.
I'm outside.
He knows how to go viral.
Wallahi, dog.
Toronto mans don't care.
Nice fight! Nice fight!
I'm not getting caught.
You got it.
July 15th.
You got it.
July 15th.
You got it. Well, that's Drake! Drake, where's Drake?
Is he reenacting the July 15th time? This guy's so goofy. Actually, let me not call him goofy. I'm still trying to get an interview. Fousey, pull up.
Yeah, bro. Drake, I'm in the city.
Where's Drake, bro?
You made me want to kill myself.
Oh, that too. He was trying to self-delete, or he's talking about self-deleting himself at some point. We also have to understand, we're watching somebody with serious mental health issues have an episode. Have a serious manic episode. Okay? So, even though there is entertainment, there's an entertainment factor to this.
You gotta apologize for saying the N-word, bro.
Okay. I was told that whenever somebody comes up to me and tells me I have to apologize. Dean the Great said the council said that. Kai Cenat said the council said that. Dear African American community, I apologize for saying the N-word. I'm deeply remorseful. I have learned. I will do better now. Thank you.
So Toronto mans are even like, hey, yo, fam. You gotta pull up. Yo, fix that, fam. Fix up, fam. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. He definitely was shaking things up over the last, let's say, 2 weeks for sure. Right? That same night that he got arrested, and a lot of people have covered this on YouTube, obviously, but that same night that he got arrested, he was, let me see if I can find just a whole video of him. Is this the whole thing?
This is a giant eyesore.
All you have to do is point.
Nice!
We're in a very perplexing pickle.
Salute the Penguin. Let me see if I could find Fousey Island Boys. Let's do that. Island. I'm an island boy. I'm just trying to live. So he went to go meet up with the Island Boys.
All right. You got your perfect fucking match. This guy is on your guys' way. Enjoy, have fun. You guys will have the time of your fucking life.
We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
All you guys from here on out.
And this guy right here, this Indian you right here, him and Fousey had a fight earlier in the evening at the Airbnb. They were arguing. You know, Fousey was talking about how he's not holy, all a bunch of stupid stuff. You know what? Here's the best way to do this. You know who covered this best? A Tozy. Salute to a Tozy. Let's pull up his stuff. Okay. Let's go to the one from a few days ago. This guy does good work.
I realize the title of this video is insane.
Let's see. Fousey. I seen the first one, but I think he covered it twice. Okay, let's just do this one.
Oh man, FouseyTube essentially doing the I am never going to financially recover from this if he doesn't.
And also, just for the people who are not aware
of awkward moments, and
he had a kick deal on the table. He said it was reported at 25 million. Some other people in the media were saying it's 15 million. He, you know, during his live, it changed to 40 million, 60 million, all different types of stuff, right? It went all over the place. Let me see if I can find the... Oh, this is him in Toronto. Or him, actually, this is right when he left Toronto. Let me play this here.
I was just like Carabana. We were very educated.
Oh, no. He's talking to some Canadians outside of Toronto. Watch this.
Evan fever dream anytime.
Just so y'all know,
the guy
just so you know how he feels about us Canadians.
Seriously needs help, and it's clear that he's spiraling out of control.
Listen. Please. What are you doing in that moment? Canadians, why are you so slow? I'm sorry. Did I No. I just came from Toronto. I was just like Carabana. We were very educated.
Canadians are kind.
Let's get the. I was just like Carabana. I'm sorry. I know, but you're not letting me finish my story.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, she called me a psychopath.
What?
Yeah. Okay, so fast forward. He's at his Airbnb.
Events go down. And it seems that he just
in
started
Miami
off the day calling out Adam 22.
Hey, Adam, can you come on Adam's show tonight? Hey, Fousey, can you please reply? Hey, Fousey, are you coming? Hey, Fousey, can you come on the show? Suck my... I made your career, dog.
We love hip hop.
Sorry, gang. My bad. Wow, 2 ads. Jeez, a Tozy getting that money.
No jumper wasn't till I sat on your podcast. No jumper wasn't. You sold my face on your shirt at your store and made millions. No jumper wasn't until Fousey Tube sat down on your podcast and gave you the relevance you never had.
Okay, Fousey, calm down. You gave him a couple million views, and at that point, he was very established, or else he wouldn't have even gone on to the show. Fousey proves himself over and over again. He just does
so
whatever.
Let's go forward a bit. I don't need to add his commentary to it, but okay. So let's now fast forward to him at the Island Boys mansion over there in Miami.
Real talk with them.
You guys have influence. The kids listen. You have power. Look how influential you are. Why are you throwing it down the drain by being people laugh at? I was at the
because people try to laugh at you too, bro. The internet people try to
look.
Did I make you mad?
Guess what? No, we're not. You know why? When I walk in the street, I swear to God, wallah.
And I want y'all to see something quick, fast. Also, I'm going to pull up. Let's see here. I'm going to pull up this up quick here. Fousey Island Boys boxing. Because they had a little boxing match in the crib too.
Our prompt is, we just hit a Wells Fargo with a bazooka. J. Cole, Dreamville.
This guy talks so much smack. John Zerka. No. Fousey. I don't want to see the pressing. I want to see the match. What's his homie's name that he be hanging out with, the little Indian kid? I forget his name. Fousey. Oh, Neon. Let's do that. Neon. Island Boys.
Yeah. Holy shit with the car. What's your name? You're part of the island.
You got to take in the mask though, because when the mask comes on, it's Fousey Pac. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Neon's from Canada? A lie.
No, dude. Oh. No, how do you I was like, I thought you were
Is he from Toronto?
You got a vape? Keep it your dogs away, please. This your house? Yeah. You're doing it like this? Yeah. What the fuck do you do? They're here.
Look, I don't care what y'all did. No, I know you don't. No, but you understand. It was in a moment, and there's two people that asked me, who the fuck saying my name that are fucking.
They don't understand.
New Mini Wheats Minis.
Blood clot. Give it a second, gang. Give it a second. Give it a second. All right.
When you send hate good, when you send hate out into the universe, all you're doing is sending that hate. You think it's attacking the person. Yeah.
Let's get to the match.
There's no need. No.
And this is this dude's house here, okay? I forget this guy's name. Jack Doherty, right? Big YouTuber. I'm too old to keep up with some of these guys.
But you just asked me. I never know you were dim. I don't know your fucking name. I still calm down. You're not bipolar, bro. You're normal. I spit on the ground.
Bro, there's no way you're real, bro.
I did that.
All right, yo.
I did
Watch
that.
this. This has happened earlier in the night before things really blew up.
You shouldn't let me into your house. I'm the real. I'm him. I'm Himothy. I'm the
Himothy.
I'm right in front of you in your house. I spit crime on your floor.
We love hip hop.
On your ground. I told you to suck my dick in your house.
I didn't even hear that.
My nuts are in your mouth.
You say so many words, it's really hard for me to process.
I own you. You thought you owned the internet with your fake pranks. I own you, dog. I'm bending you over right now. My cock is 9 inches.
Yo, hey, yo.
I'm here. Okay. Say it. I'm here. Oh, nigga, you're a bitch, bro. To my face, pussy.
You're interested, bro. In jail.
Come on, bro. That shit, sir.
Can we get the match on? Okay, here we go. Here's the match. This is comedy.
You don't have my loyalty yet. You paid who's dropping off your time for your fucking generation.
All right, so I don't know which one. No, Fly Soldier. He's strapping up the boxing gloves.
Okay. All right.
I'm an island boy.
Wait. Keep doing that one over there. There's more room.
Why is the camera so messed up? Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? And there's no face shots in this, okay? No face shots allowed. Ready?
Hey, you want to sign with G7 Promotions? I'll do it. Come on. Whoever wins gets G7 Promotions.
Peace, love. That wasn't YG. Chill. Ready? Let's go, man. Neon, let's go.
2, 1, go. Oh, come back.
Cameraman's whack, bro. Stay in one place. Oh, these man's getting bare body shots. Yeah, this guy feels hella tough. Okay, so that happened. Fousey ended up going off the rails, arguing with this my youth. me get rid of this one here.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch batteries real quick. Like we got viral ass fucking.
All these influencers are weird. Let me just say something quick fast. All these influencer guys, like this room full of like all these young clout monsters, like this guy here, I don't even know who this guy is, but they all have this weird energy to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say feminine energy, but you know, we seen what the Island Boys were out there doing. They got a flexible energy to them. Let's say that. They have a real flexible type energy going on right there. They're real flexy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a Gen Z thing. I don't want to diss the Generation Z. You know what I'm saying? But like they got a real flexibleness to them. Let's just say that. Like they scream a lot. They're so they get irate very quickly, and it's like, it's like, calm down. See, everybody want to fight.
Move the cameras, move the cameras. We're done, bro. We're done. Nah, bro, tell bro to come back. Tell him to come back right now. No. Tell bro to come back. Tell him to come back. He's obviously not coming back, bro. Like, he ran like a bitch. Okay, but he ran like a bitch. Let it be that.
And this, they're talking about Fousey also. Fousey jumped in the car. He went off. He had like a Fousey apocalypse moment. You know what I'm saying? Where he was in the car calling this guy all types of stuff. He spit in the youth's house. It was just, it was insane, right? So now he takes this party or this debacle back to his crib, and he has a new girlfriend. All types of stuff is going on, right? He gets kicked out of the Airbnb that he was in earlier in the night, earlier in the day with Neon, and now he's in a hotel room. But he starts getting calls from a stalker. Okay. Also, I'll let y'all know he broke up with that quote unquote girlfriend the same day as well. All right. And try to get with an ex in the same day. But there's too much stuff to cover. There's a lot of stuff to cover.
Hey, you like getting fucked in the ass?
Hey, yo, chill, bro. Yo, hey, yo. So he's talking to his stalker right now. His stalker's like,
hotel are we at? You got your gun? Hey, what hotel are we at? Say it out loud.
We love hip hop.
Yo, Nadine doesn't like you. Why is he giving me all your information? Oh, and by the way, you know that Dominique is mine, right? I sent her to you, you fucking idiot.
So that same girl that was supposed to be his new girlfriend that he broke up with that same day. I guess the stalker is saying that he's the one who sent her in.
I've already started breaking your heart. We've only been at war for 2 days.
This is a Matrix.
What do you have to say about that?
We love hip hop.
Hey, what's your address? Text me your address. I swear to God, you're dying tonight. Wallahi, you're dying tonight. I'll go to jail for you.
We love hip hop.
Hold up. Wait, say it again.
And the guy who's talking to in the room, that's his security.
I'm letting him.
So the man gave him his address. He said, pull up, fam. I don't even know if you want to call this guy a stalker. Maybe it's someone who just doesn't like him. It's a hater.
This happened to you. Yo, say it one more time. Say it one more time. Say it one more time. We're coming. Say it one more time.
2130 Hibiscus Circle, North Miami, Florida.
Yo, road to success. I might end up having to go back into the back end of this YouTube video right here and chop some of these pieces out because he went off.
We love hip hop.
Yo.
The man's inviting him for the smoke. He's like, pull up.
You wrote it down? Give me the phone.
Pull up.
I have it in my head. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, so.
Do you get it now? You know, if he was on his way right now and he had a gun, I would be dead and he would still be asking me questions.
So now he called 911 because of said stalker, or let's call quote unquote stalker, right? And he wants 911 to pull up. However, they're like, this guy's not there. He's not even in the same part of town as you. So like, what do you want us to do? Like, we can't send the cops to a place where, which is kind of messed up at the same time. Like, if the man says he has a stalker and somebody's doxing his address and knows where he is, I would expect, and just to give some bail to Fousey, you know what I'm saying, if he could get some, I would expect the boy them to pull up and at least make sure everything's okay over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the stalker doesn't necessarily have to be right there in your face for the boy them to pull up, because at that point it's too late. He's right there. I'm dead already. So I kind of get his point.
Send the fucking cops. Send the cops.
We love hip hop.
There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help, bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me. 2027.
That's the crime. That's where the crime happened.
That's what I have to do to get help? It's crazy. And meanwhile, guess when the demons?
I feel so bad for security.
Not one single missed call, nobody.
So all that resulted in the slide that I showed y'all earlier with him getting picked up by the boy them. Okay? Because the boy them finally came through, aka the cops, aka Babylon. They came through and they were like, what's going on, dude? You know, y'all seen what I showed you before. I'm not going to play it again because, geez, you already demonetized the hell out of this video, broski. But, yeah, he started going off on them. They weren't feeling it. And there was no stalker. And it was a false call because he said somebody had a gun to his head. So they took him away. Now, for the people who are following, he didn't get arrested and taken to jail. He's in a mental institute right now. Or like they took him to a site, to somewhere where they take the mental guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they threw him in a white room, but they're looking to get him back on his meds. You know what I'm saying? He was also talking spicy to academics. Salute to DJ Academics. And he had a theory. And the theory that he was saying on his live is, maybe I should just pull that up. Academics. Maybe it's probably my history. He thinks that Fousey doesn't have mental health issues. Okay? He thinks that what we're dealing with is somebody who's suppressing certain things. Let me see if I could do a quick Fousey search here. Because I knew I was watching this yesterday. Let's find King Academics. Let's go right here. We dissecting today, gang. Fall from grace. Academics. Okay, here it is.
We have Aiden, who's been streaming with.
He went through the whole rigmarole. He showed even some of like Aiden Ross streaming with him before.
The first time you ejaculate. So my body had trauma responses. So the first time I had sex, went in the back of my Honda Accord.
Is anybody else here about the conversation?
I'm talking to fucking Aiden!
Anybody?
Don't listen to his ass.
Okay. This nigga grabbing his nipple while you talking to niggas.
We
like,
love hip hop.
all right.
Wait, no, the filmers, you guys are just gonna act like you're not here.
Nah.
Bro, ain't no way that was a real story, bro.
That's a real story, eh?
I go, there's no way that happened. I feel this. I open my eyes, she's like this. I go like this.
What the fuck?
She goes, pay me 60. I go,
Good day today.
where's my jersey?
If I think he's gonna end up in a mental institution, I would not. By the way, you know where he's at? A fucking mental institution. You know why?
They got him on psychiatric hold after that shit?
Yes, nigga, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at
Nigga,
this.
he caught the police on himself.
Look at this.
You talking about the
look,
what is that shit where they put you on a psychiatric hold for like a 48 hours?
Concerning situation. Says to the cop, yo, there's a gun to my head in front of the Island Boys.
Kicked out of his Airbnb, FAVORIITE.
Here's what I believe, and I won't use any.
Okay, y'all ready for this?
I've gotten privately from people who I care about and love. This is what I just believe privately. Well, I just believe generally, not using private information. He probably has a kick deal already, right? It's probably lucrative. It should be at least $4 or $5 million. I don't think it's more than 10. FauseyTube is a live wire. Like, you want to give that nigga, you promise him.
The hotel instant. Dude, even his security is like, bro, chill out. I don't know. He only has like 6K.
He would not tell that nigga, yo, bro, you need help as long as the money's coming in. Ray, you're a slimy nigga. You're a slimy code. If you're someone who's gonna make money with Fousey, you have to realize him being locked up right now does not make you money.
Exactly. That's why he would be out. He wouldn't be.
I can't do none of you. But when I watch somebody who is crashing out every time, and I know I was gonna go. This is why when you were wilding out, and this is why you felt need to apologize. You're the monkey in the room. Owe me a thank you. Not say some shit that's crazy. He's clowning you, nigga. The big dog, but they sending you to the 34. You telling him how you couldn't fuck. See that?
Yeah, I'll see the link if you can't find it.
Bro, I'm like, what is he doing? That's why I just look at niggas like, bro, you not no OG in this shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit, nigga. You getting played out by these other niggas. Like, bro, let me tell you this. You ever go to Aiden's stream? Show you how this nigga been acting.
Hold on. I want to get to the theory.
I'm on the massage parlor, right? He's a nigga. He's a crash out nigga. Yo, you ever know certain niggas you know they gay, but they're down to crash out to show you they're not gay?
Good day today. Where's my jersey?
This is the academic
So
theory.
essentially, he talking about like why he got like addiction problems. Bro, I just think this nigga gay, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with it too. But here's the thing. He's a nigga. He's a crash out nigga. Yo, you ever know certain niggas you know they gay, but they're down to crash out to show you they're not gay?
Yeah.
And for me, I already apologize, nigga. Like, nigga, we ain't friends, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Like, we about to go. You don't gotta apologize to me, nigga. We don't gotta kick it. And we can still have a conversation, nigga. I don't fuck with you, nigga, like that. Like, we not friends. But when like, again, I'm not gonna sit here and just disrespect you. If we have a conversation, this is gonna be my demeanor. Well, I think you gay. I'm gonna tell you what I think. By the way, you might think some things of me. That's what it is, nigga. Like, bro, everybody, like, I ain't gonna blame Aiden, even though I should. Like, bro, like, y'all using this nigga for content. Y'all know he's crashing out. Yo, I wouldn't put my friend on camera if I think he's gonna end up in a mental institution. I would not.
Speak the truth. Bring it to light.
By the way, you know where he's at? A fucking mental institution. You know why?
So, there we have it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might be describing Myron also from Fresh and Fit, but that's his homie. So, Axe is not going to try to. He's not going to smut on Fresh and Fit's name when it comes to that. But yeah, we might have a case of a gay crash out expert. You know what I'm saying? When academics brought up that point, I said, you know what? You might have a point. He says a lot of sus stuff, you know, for shock value. He's expressed a lot of weird things on camera. And he just might be one of those guys who can't come to grips with his sexuality. You know what I'm saying? It might be one of those kind of guys. It's like, you're afraid because also coming from a Muslim household, you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably doesn't want to get outcasted by his people. Like, you know what? Road to success? You mentioned Myron. Maybe that's the case with Myron too. These guys are they're in the closet and they're so mad at themselves for living their, they don't want to live their truth. I guess that they can't live their truth, right? Culturally, they might feel that they can't live their truth, that it comes out in a way of serious frustration. Bitches can only make me sandwiches because I'm a high valued man. Right? That might be what we're dealing with here. Angry, suppressed men. Right? They're smashing girls, but every time they're smashing girls, they're like, they're mad. They got visions of dudes in their brain. Pause. Whoa, hey, yo. And they're mad about it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, damn. Why can't it be a him? Right? Both him and Myron. They might be just really angry, suppressed the G's from the LG. You know what I'm saying? Because this dude's on 10 all the time, bro. And he said that, he tried to get some pum pum and like he can't keep, he's told a wild story of why he has this issue with premature ejaculation. You know what I'm saying? About how his mom walked in on him while he was like, having a conversation with the Palmolive sisters. You feel me? You get what I mean there, YouTube? Right? So I do get where trauma can come from, but bruh, you never know what to believe with this guy. So that story could be capped for all we know. How about this? Fousey. Pull up on the man, them. Don't pull up too close. We might have to do it on Zoom. Okay? And let's have a real conversation, okay? Not a, let me see if I can pull some clout out of you kind of conversation. I mean like a real conversation, really get down to the bottom, or pause, but, just get to know what's really going on in this man's brain. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we can have some kind of a therapy session on camera. All right? Yeah, Jason Richards. I was playing some of his Toronto activities while he was here. And it wasn't very impressive. Should have pulled up on the man then, bro. Trust me. But he definitely does need some help. Actually, no, let me take that back. I don't know if he needs some help. Okay? Everybody wants to run to Fousey. He has his mental health issues. And I know he has medication he's supposed to be taking and all that good stuff. But there's a difference between having a mental health issue and just being a super extra clout monster. And I think we're dealing with a little bit of both. More on the clout monster than a mental health issue. This is just my opinion. I'm not trying to downplay anybody who has mental health issues. But I think we're dealing with somebody who cares about clout so much more than his mental health that you can't use mental health as a crutch to say, well, it's because, he's having a manic episode. No, he's having a clout-ish episode. Okay? He sees how much he gets, how much more clicks and views he gets from crashing out. And then he obliges with the crash out. Okay? So we can call it mental health, but he's not the first person I've seen acting stupid and crazy to just get more clout. And especially if somebody puts 25 million or 10 million or even 5 million on the table, all you got to do is keep on acting like an idiot. Then if somebody's already acts like an idiot in real life, then what do you think they're going to do? They're going to lean in all the way until they get arrested. These are the kind of guys, and I'm not saying this is staged, but these are the kind of guys who stage stuff like this. Okay? Because the clout is so important. Right? It's part of their whole DNA. It's part of their makeup. They need this clout to be able to survive. All right? So, all the best to you, my guy. Hopefully, you get your mental health in check. But I'm going to stand on it once more. I don't believe it, bro. I'm not buying that, what you're selling with the whole, I'm off my meds. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Kanye. You too, bro. Let's move on. Let us move on. Let us move on. WhyG. He's living his best life. Still going back and forth with you niggas. 1 second here. Let's pull up some Mr. 35. Okay. And just again, let's reiterate that kickboxing match that was happening that time that I was reviewing here, that was not WhyG. Okay? If anybody's looking for that video, it has been deleted. But that wasn't WhyG in the boxing match, okay? Y'all gotta chill. Well, y'all, I gotta chill. Let's see what I could find here. From the most interesting man in the world. He's got some music out. It's from 7 days ago. In my bag. Where are these guys actually? Because I'm seeing them pop up on some tropical island somewhere. Okay. Them being... Actually, where are they for real? Because now I'm kind of confused. Mans are wearing too much clothes to be on the island. It's WhyG in the middle right here. BFR Bundog right here on this side. And Press Machine, a.k.a. Pressa on this side. Okay? These guys are at some kind of bar somewhere. Having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? There was some other post of the boy WhyG. Let me see if I could find one of those ones first. He was having a great old time. Living his best life for real. Let me see if I could find this. Let's see here.
Those guys, I'm gonna be a 30 ball. More money than your fucking dad. So happy to make it to a 30 ball, idiots.
Talk to him.
Long live all my niggas who ain't make it to a 30 ball, idiots.
We love hip hop.
Embracing his age. I love it. Me like it.
Those guys?
Embrace that age, bro.
I'm gonna be a 30
Getting
ball.
older is good. Is a good thing, broski. I like it. Not out here lying about his age. That's great. Where's him with the gal them? There was a post that I seen of him. He had one girl on one side, one on the next. I said, bro, what's going on over there, WhyG? Like, this is how you're living right now? Holy. I gotta go past the whole beef to find that? Jesus. Let's see. Maybe it's on Keepsake Solid. And yo, make sure to hit that like button. I still have that top 5 Toronto rappers, in my opinion. All right. My personal top 5 that I would like to present to y'all. Maybe we'll do that next. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to clip that and throw that up on the gram, see what they think about that. Get all the rappers' panties in a bunch. I seen everybody was kind of cheesed the other day about my little rant about hip-hop music being trash, but hey, if the cap fit, where is it, fam? Anyways, I can't find the thing with the 2 girls, but let's see here what he's up to. Where are these guys? What island are they on, gang? Comment gang strong. Where is YG vacationing or not vacationing? Because I feel like they're out there working same way. Maybe the comments could tell the tale. Heaven for real. Salute to Citadel. Look at this. This is where the man them are staying, fam. Living my best life. Ibiza. They're in Ibiza. Or Ibiza. My bad, Ibiza. Man's are showing off the rollies. I guess he got something called M&M's coming out just now. He's probably got a song called M&M's dropping. YG's chilling, fam. He's living his best life. Look at this guy. You know what I'm saying? I keep on telling you, YG one of my favorite rappers out here, fam. Not just for
Go. Go.
Man's taking a dip in the pool, fam.
Hey, I'm a fat nigga. You know I love my.
Mute that. Man's living his best life, fam. Don't hate. Okay? We're not trying to have no hate over here. I don't know what this guy is right here that he's standing next to. What do you call this? Yeah, man. Salute to YG. However, he still has some time to take some shots at some people. Okay? YG never leaves the internet without just a little bit of spice for you. You know what I'm saying? So let's see if we could find it over here on 6 Sounds. What am I doing here? 6 Sounds. ENT. Hot boys, girlfriend flames them in her stories. Yo. I've been thinking about seeing if I could cover this. Nobody's having a better vacation in YG. Okay, so here it is. He's starting to go back at the rec still. That little boy who used to work at Price Chopper and Dave and Buster's, and this is versus young Wheezy Goozy. Sorry. At Price Chopper and Dave and Buster's is the most excellent youth on his ends. Anyone over have that boots taking thinking he's a guy is mod. Holy F. Can't even count both hands how much belts over there. I don't understand how mans them still have time to beef. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Let me get that one out of the screen. About flight details. Yo, the blogs are fast, yo. Holy. Let's see here.
Shots up more than jungle.
Taking shots at shots up. He keeps a full balanced. Oh, here's with the girls.
Hola, people.
Hola.
Hola, people.
No, I took my friend's phone.
Okay, this is not your phone. Hola, people.
Hola.
We are. Hola, ¿qué
Hola.
tenemos que hacer? No. ¿Qué tenemos que hacer?
They don't know
We love hip hop.
Whatever you want.
Only English. Sorry,
Only
man.
English.
He doesn't speak Spanish.
I don't speak no Spanish.
No,
Only
I don't
English.
speak Spanish, lol. So I like a lullaby.
Yo, this guy's having such a good time.
Sta con le bionde, ve lo voglio dire. Hi everyone, we are by Italian girl from Naples. Vai, guardate, aspetta. No, do you know Naples? We are by. We are by.
We love hip hop.
Right there.
What do you think?
3 of them. 4 of them.
No DC.
Hola.
This guy is on one. He keeps a well-balanced diet of beef and having a good time.
Yes, Moolah first, repping the ends too, man. Yo, bring my dog Young Lava so he can come back and Moolah first. Moolah first a party boy.
Yo, guidelines. I don't know what they're playing. What? These guys are listening to resort music, bro.
I don't need the gym, bitch. You think I do push-ups, bitch? You think I do push-ups, bitch?
Man's are listening to house music in the background.
Look like I do push-ups, bitch. Fucking.
So, I listen. I'm not even going to ask any stupid questions. If any questions, it would just probably be a rhetorical one, because that beef ain't stopping anytime soon. However, I will say this: as far as the amount of beef that he had before, I find it weird that he's bigging up Young Lava, because for the people who do know, if you know, you know, there's been a very, very sticky past when it comes to him and Young Lava. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be like free Lava, I don't know if he's trying to be sarcastic, or his disdain for Moolah First is so high that he's just like, listen, free some of my other ops so that they can go at my other ops, because I heard that they're going at each other. Like, this might look like a wild, crazy, just ride, just one after the next type of events. However, them boys strategic. You know what I'm saying? Mans know how to create motion. And YG's been that guy for a while now, where he puts out music, he keeps the presence online, and he keeps up the spice. You know what I'm saying? What did you say right here, the road to success? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You get a sound effect for that one right there. Citadel, yes, and he's funny. You know what I'm saying? Man got bare jokes, fam. I can't be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? I can't condone of all of the, some of the other type of talks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't condone of anybody getting into any violence or anything like that. But as far as him being an entertaining person in this rap game, we'd be kind of sad if YG decided he don't want to be opening Instagram no more. He's just over it. Like, I think we'd be kind of hurt if YG backed off of the gram, or if he decided he don't want to be a rapper no more. You feel me? So, 1 second here. What the hell did I just do? Salute to YG. And yeah, man, keep on living your best life, fam. I guess that whole leak that we just seen just now, I guess that means he's on his way back. Or for all we know, he could be on his way somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But leave that nigga alone. Let him continue his vacation. Don't be posting the man's flight details just because he messed up a little bit, man. Just allow him. I'm gonna get to my top 5. One thing I'm gonna do quick fast here is I'm going to share this on the We Love Hip Hop page. I forgot to do that earlier. Just to let the people know that we're live. I'm just doing a quick story post. We'll get to this top 5. I think I want to talk a little longer. I got a few things I want to talk about here. So, I was pondering after a bit of a conversation I had, and salute to Brown Guy Made It. That's who I was having a conversation with. You know what I'm saying? He asked me, just, out the blue. He's like, while we were having another conversation, he said, yo, who's your top 5 Toronto rappers? And I was like, it felt like a weird question, because even though I follow the Toronto scene, we do a lot of interviews with Toronto rappers, y'all have also heard my rants. And my rants, y'all got to realize, are also with all due respect. Okay, I don't try to shit on anybody for their craft or even attempting to make music. Okay, but I stand on the fact that I think that the game is super saturated, and there's the bar of, I guess, being good, or the bar of excellence is super low. Okay, man's could just fart on a track and upload it, and if you got enough motion out here, people gonna check it out. You know what I'm saying? You might get 100,000 views. Okay, so when that question came to mind, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of rappers who I know have motion, and I've done multiple lists where I think these are the top 15 Toronto rappers. These are the top 20 Toronto rappers. I did a top 50 Toronto rappers. I'll probably do another one just now, right? Not like soon, but like before the end of the year. Okay, because I watch the scene. I check to see who's moving and shaking out here. But this list right here, this is just my personal favorites. Okay? And I have 5 personal favorites. These are just 5 people who I think make really good music. They're original. They got a good like presenting package when it comes to their look. They got they've checked off all the boxes for being cool as far as the kids like maybe wanting to dress like them or be like them. You know what I'm saying? Man or woman. Okay? So here we go. Starting with the bottom of the list, and then we're going to go to number 1. Starting at number 5, and maybe I should pull up some of the stuff on Instagram here. I'm going to go with Toby. Okay? Toby to me is an extremely talented individual. Okay? He raps. He sings. Listen, he's not really hurting for any type of clout. Okay, he's not one of those guys who stays in the mix-up or who will do anything for clout. He lets the music speak for itself, and he's been able to accumulate accolades and do his thing without being quote unquote the guy. Okay, so woo! Beats are always fire, right? And the thing is, y'all, like we have these 2 different hip hops that happen over here in Toronto. Okay, there's the hip hop that people who are just like, yo, where's the good music? And then there's the people who are just looking for who got the most clout. Okay, I get it. There's 2 different hip hop scenes out here. There's the hip hop scene where people are actually looking to try to get into the right rooms, and then there's a hip hop scene where guys are just living on YouTube, will never be able to pass the border, but they got a lot of motion in the city. Okay, so I know that there's a difference, but when it comes to a gentleman like Toby, this guy to me is going to be making it really far in the game. When he makes songs, they're not quick little bibble blabber. There you go, I just uploaded it. Yo, you guys should be feeling my song. Yo, nah, fam, you can tell that he puts time into his music. Okay, so with that being said, I have Toby as my number 5 in my personal favorite top 5 Toronto rappers. And I know he's from Brampton. Whatever. That's my number 5. So salute to Toby. Number 4. Sad Boy. Salute to Sad Boy. So female rapper or woman rapper. She be doing her thing. Okay. Now, I feel like low key she's been doing her thing because I don't hear like she's been, and correct me if I'm wrong, if she's not from here, then like just let me know and then I could stop talking about her. You know what I'm saying? But I think that she's from here. But I don't hear a lot of people talking about her. You know what I'm saying? Let's go a little deeper into her Instagram. She's been on Let me double check and make sure, because if she ain't from here, oh no, she's from here, because she's stunting, because she got the billboard in Dundas Square. If you're not from Toronto, you don't care about getting a billboard in Dundas Square. You're not posting that on your feed on your Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Dare I say, and not by her fans or the people who really matter, but dare I say that the subculture in Toronto,
I'm doubling back. I'm hitting them back. Give me my love, now you leaving me numb.
dare I say that she slept on by this Toronto subculture that, you know, just looking for people to be up in the blogs, getting in trouble, going to jail, all kind of, you know, the bacchanal. You know what I'm saying? But she's got a good following on her, right? She's not hurting for followers. Y'all can see that right there. She got 98,000 followers. Right? She's got a nice melody and she can rap. She got hella style. Okay, and I know there's other rappers, there's other women rappers out here who are doing their thing. And they're talked about a lot. However, I've been following Sad Boy for a second now. 1 second. I've been following her for a while and I've been just like liking all the things that I see here.
I don't mean to guess to myself. Taking my body, how she's sitting well. I'm ducking and goosing these niggas. I'm cruising these niggas and wishing for well.
Right? Road to success. Drama free. Yes. PK No Suban, what up? Yeah. She's doing her damn thing, fam. So, with all that being said, I have Sad Boy as my number 5 in my top 5 personal favorites of Toronto rappers. All right, so let's move on. Number 3, Casper TNG. All right, like I said, we have 2 different hip hop scenes out here, and Casper TNG definitely represents that part of the scene where you know, a lot of the We Love Hip Hop audience focuses on, and you know, just the guys who get up in the blogs and you know they mix up with people, and you know he's had a crazy case that is well documented, but his music is friggin' hard. We're not gonna act like Casper don't make no fire ass tunes. And when you hear Casper, you hear Casper. Okay? As far as my rant that I had that time about rappers just not being original, not making songs that can last.
They feel away. I know why they feel away. Just like on my dinner plate, just like on my Insta page. I know that they in the rain.
Like when you hear Casper jump on a track, whether he's being the feature or it's his tune, you know it's him. He puts a little auto-tune on his voice, and that's fine. I never said I had an issue with auto-tune. Sad Boy had auto-tune on her voice too. But there's a difference when you can't even tell what this person's voice sounds like because they just wet up their voice with so much auto-tune that you just sound like a robot. Or you just added a little bit to tune your voice better, like it was made for. Jesus Christ. And one day, when Casper gets on a tune and he starts to flow, and his brother K Money too, right? They have this kind of bop in their flow that it makes you feel like doing the dance. Like you could tell, like it's his own bop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like no matter how much Casper's in the mix with all of these different rappers in the scene, you know what I'm saying? He's part of this whole Toronto.
Ratio in my cup and I almost crashed the whip, bitch, bad as shit.
Jeez.
Having it. Big ladder for my clip.
Right? No matter how much he's part of that whole subculture that has that is in the mix up, he's also separated himself from the pack. You know what I'm saying? He's not just one of the Toronto rappers. Like, no, he's one of the standouts of the Toronto rappers out here. So this is why I have Casper TNG, aka the neighborhood ghost, right? AKA the not so friendly ghost, as my number 3 in my top 5 Toronto rappers. All right. Y'all with me so far? Maybe I should tweet some of this stuff. That's what I'll do. I'm going to tweet out some of this. I'm going to start a tweet and make it official like a whistle. So we'll do number 5, Toby. Number 4, Sad Boy. Number 3, Casper TNG. And I'll put on the top of this my personal favorite. I'll spell it American way. Top 5 that was my girlfriend. Rock boy. Rappers. I'm playing, but it was her. Okay, so let's get to number 2. Number 2, Dr. Bushman. Junkie, give me money. Dr. Bushman, did an interview with him a while back, maybe earlier this year, actually. Where is Dr. Bushman? Why can't I find Dr. Bushman's account? Don't tell me you mash up your account, my guy. There he is. Found him. Dr. Bushman. From the time he jumped onto the scene, I was like, this guy got something different to him. His flow, his voice, like his cadence, something different. All right?
You get shot in the face, might shoot up pop out, you gon' sleep in the rave, might shoot up pull up, you off of this today. More than them, my niggas get way more than them. In a band, we run a band.
Right? But like, when he did the solid 16s, whoo, and salute to On the Radar, that's the On the Radar that I'm looking at right now. But when he did the solid 16s,
Bushman.
Holy!
We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Can't wait to get them back. Not for real, they thought I was gonna fail. MT still had my back. It hurt my heart. The judge denied his bail. They could have cut him slack. I know he just want.
Fire. That made me a believer right there. And then I just started peeping the rest of his music. Okay? Like, besides doing the interview with him, where I always do my research and listen to artist music before I do the interview, just maybe catch a bar here and there. That's the type of music that after the interview, I'm going to keep listening. You know what I'm saying? It's now added to my catalog. Like, or to my playlisting. You know what I'm saying? The song that he did with WhyG, I'll put WhyG in my honorable mentions as far as my top 5 favorite rappers. Okay, if we could make a list of 6, he would be my number 6. Okay, because WhyG definitely is one of my favorites. Okay, but Bushman, holy.
I might pop out your bushes with Bushman.
We love hip hop.
More packs in the Cushman. I might diamonds
we love hip hop.
Coco with both hands. That glizzy's done. 16, it look like Gary Coleman. She's
Hold on. Let Bushman get his shit off.
I'm the one baking pies for the program, and I just made a
We
wop
love
off the
hip hop.
telegram.
We love hip hop. We love hip hop.
Holy, sorry, I gotta keep going with the sound effects. I'm not trying to get copywritten today, but I gotta show some respect to these gentlemen and lady, right? Or let's say ladies, because we don't know who number one is yet, right? But Dr. Bushman, like, had a little controversy not too long ago. Shorty was trying to say he broke. So what? The man's supposed to be wearing a whole bunch of chains and doing all that. Fam, his music's good and his fans like him. So I don't care if he wears 10 chains or if he wears none. Okay? When you have good music and you have a fan base who's sticking to you because they like your music, you don't have to have the flyest stuff on. It helps. Don't get me wrong, it helps. Right? And don't get me wrong either. Like, it's not like the man has no drip or something like that. He's just, the girl just tried to call him broke that time. And like, I was just like, you know how much studio cost and how much videos and all that? Like, the man's he's chasing his dreams. Shut the hell up. You ungrateful bird. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, I was like, watch when this nigga get a hit. Then you gonna be crying like, yo, can I hold something? You know what I'm saying?
Young, wild, and reckless. My slimes, no mind, it's so senseless. From the trench where you get trapped.
His flow is different.
Trying to figure out.
Like, I'm not just only trying to hear something different, but if you're different and you're good, like you're in the pocket, you come up with creative bars, you give me a lot about your personality from your music, I'm good. Check. I don't need anything else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be on the blogs every day. Just make good music. Look, I got a fire emoji right there in the comments. Look, right there near the top. Did he pin it? No, I didn't get that. I'm not that special.
My dogs are catching sentences. I be like, broski, we can't catch any more sentences. Top tier, but I still hang with the generous.
Woo! Like, he's literally just telling a story in the tunes, fam. Like, you gotta take him in.
Have my dogs on the run, some real felons. I be sliding with them killers, I ain't hesitant.
Anyhow, I don't want to go too crazy on the tunes right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For bonus checkpoint, we love hip hop alumni for show. Cause some of y'all niggas don't like to pull up. You know what I'm saying? I see that. You know what I'm saying? Be like, nah, I don't do no interviews. Okay, well, that's on you, fam. Watch when your fans stop caring about you. All right? Pull up. But yeah, Bushman, that's my number 2 right there. Okay? Let's put him on the list here on the Twitters or on the X. Dr. Bushman. I'm going to put this on my personal page later. People will be like, yo, fam, I thought I was your favorite. I never said that you were my favorite. Okay, I'm very, very meticulous about what I say on these microphones. I could say I like you. I like your music. You got some good stuff. You're a nice person, but you're not my favorite. These are my favorites. Okay? My personal favorites. So, let's get to number 1 right here. I feel like I'm doing the top 6 this week or something. Number 1. Yo, peace, love. Shut the hell up, man. Salute to Lady SB, though. Same way. But my number 1 is Killer the Crook, a.k.a. or formerly known as Killer the Crook. The Crook. Salute to the Crook, man. I've been told you guys this over and over again. All right? The Crook is that guy. Right? His music, always fire. I think I might have maybe one Crook song that I'm like, it's all right. For the most part, always got fire. The look, pause. He's always got the drip. Stupid amounts of jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as if you're looking for that rapper look or whatever, he got it. He did that already. Give bro a look and he's clearing the crowd. Like, he just said, whole place just party done.
Before then I bet they know now. Hop up the car and
we laying shit down. When it come to this drill shit, we making it sound. Hop in the booth.
I don't really need to say much, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't mess with the crook, it's because you might hate him for some other reasons or something. You know what I'm saying? But you can never, ever be like, oh, well, his music's trash too. Like, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. It's okay. You just don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you smashed your girl. Something happened like in the past with him or something like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to talk about his street stuff or all. I'm here to talk about his music. Okay? And in my opinion, he's my in the top 5 rappers, okay? And obviously we're talking about the people who are on the come up who, you know, they haven't fully made it to that status where they're rich rappers.
Well, how old were you when you started rapping? I would say like taking it serious as maybe like 15, 16. Like,
Facts.
You know? But like I was always messing around as a kid.
Facts. Don't worry about that. I got my own. We don't need to go to that one. We have one. We have one. We have it. 1 second. The Crook. We love hip hop. Let's go to the first one. I wonder if this is monetized. I gotta go back and check.
Just know.
All right.
Well, it's a good thing because it's like the way that this show's been building. It's like we get to meet.
Wow, our audio used to be trash.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so before I get into some other questions, I want to give a
hearing bare air conditioners and room noise. Jesus, Murphy. Thank God for stepping up on production.
Okay, so because I literally turned on a show, dog, and I've never done that before. Crook, because on YouTube I just see the Crook.
Okay, yeah, like, so I'll be honest with you, like, I'll go back in the day, like, you feel me, like, the man that call me Cam in the streets or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like.
You won't even think there's a mic on him.
You know, I kind of used to do a little, I used to, like.
I'm sorry, I'm here shitting on my own content.
Idolize the boy Killer Cam, you feel me, like.
Okay.
He was sick back in the day, Purple Haze and shit, right?
Yep, for sure.
So young, like, when I started getting into the streets, the man.
Just if you didn't know.
The name Killer, boom, I was running with it. Brought in the rap shit. Whatever, fucking. Actually, at the time, like, a while ago, the man used to wear, like, a lot of crooks and castles and shit, you know? Doing a bunch of fucking shit,
yeah.
So, like, at the time when
Bear
I was
cursing in the interview, holy.
We love hip hop. I trap about crooks and castles and the man I'm doing dirt and just coming
We
up
love
with the
hip-hop.
And then, yeah, so later on, like, when I said, no, like, I'm coming back into the rap game, I want to, like, reinvent myself and whatnot, right? So I'm like, yo, niggas know me as the Crook, you know? The Crook in the Castle. A lot of people know that track, you feel me? And, like, I feel like that name was just, like, kind of suited me at the time, like, you know what I'm saying? About
Remember the days when we used to pass blunts around?
Right?
Yeah. COVID killed those days. Holy. But salute to the Crook, man. You know what I'm saying? You are the number 1 in my top 5 Toronto rappers. Personal favorites. Okay? All right, let's complete this. Let's complete this X. Okay? Da Crook. All right. Should I put anything else on there? We don't have to argue about this. This is my personal favorite. I said my personal. Y'all see that on the screen? My personal favorites. All right. So we can send this, right? Let's do it. Pow. It's out there. It's in the ether. It's in the atmosphere. It's been tweeted, so it's the truth. Okay? And like I said, this is from the underground scene. This is not the guys who made it. Obviously, as far as my favorite Toronto rappers, is Drizzy Drake. You know what I'm saying? With second being Tory Lanez. And then after that, like, there's not 5, like, huge rappers out here. Like, big millionaire rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to count Pressa and Smiley and those guys, they're still in the underground coming up type scene. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Peace, love. What do you mean get ready for backlash? Why? They can't be mad at me for having a personal top 5. They could be butthurt. Well, I thought I was your favorite. But no, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. You're just not my favorite. You feel me? So there it is. You know what I'm saying? I tweeted it so you know it's real. Let's see here. Let's see here. Do I have to open up another browser here? What do we want to talk about next here? Oh, you know what I forgot to bring up here? The boy Trump. Code 45. I think I have it here on the page. Yesterday they were looking to find this picture on all the different blog pages, all the different websites. I kept on refreshing my Google, looking for who was going to be the first one to post the Trump mugshot. Okay. Here it is in all his glory. Man's he looks hungry. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment says no orange jumper for the orange man. Listen, it's not done yet. Let's see if we can pull up a quick article on this. Donald Trump. Mugshot t-shirt. That's funny. Let's see. Oh, there might be a video on this. Here we go. Make our life easier. 30-second ad. You better let me skip that ad, bro. Chill. Oh, don't do that. Okay. The claims images shows Donald Trump's mugshot at Fulton County Jail. An August 23rd Instagram post shows a picture of the former President Donald Trump with a logo of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office overlaid appeared to be a mugshot. Many comments beneath the post seem to believe that the image shows Trump's recent mugshot. The mugshot is going to give him a ton more votes, reads one comment. No, I don't want to read about fabricated one. I want to see them talking about the real thing. Let's go to CNN. Trump. Now, for the people, because we're in Canada here, so I know we're not involved, I guess, but we keep up. We definitely keep up. Okay. And what happens down there, don't get it twisted. What happens down there indirectly or directly affects what happens up here in Canada. Okay. He's still running for presidency in 2024. With this being a thing here, he's not able to, he's still able to run for president. Okay. I heard Charlemagne talk about this as one of his talking points. It's the only job in America and Canada where you could be under some kind of criminal charges, you know what I'm saying, have mad cases on your head top, and you're still eligible for the job. We'll still hire you, you know what I'm saying? But it's also a vote system, right? You got to be voted in. So if people vote for him, no matter how many cases he got, he'll still be able to be the president, right? So millions, and this is courtesy of CNN.com. Millions and millions of photographs have been taken of the American presidents, but none like this. The mugshot of Donald Trump instantly became one of the most iconic images on anyone who served as commander-in-chief. Inmate number P01135809 stares out of the booking photos. Wow, they got his inmate number. Jesus Christ. His face like stone. It's impossible to know what Trump is feeling. But the image taken from this motorcade drove into the Fulton County Jail. And right now they're trying to get him on the RICO. Okay? For election fraud. They got Giuliani, his whole team, right? And this is the same chick, Fonnie Willis. She's the same chick that's running the RICO on Young Thug and the whole YSL, the label. Let's see if we can get some.
Oh, summer road trip hacking. Maybe take a lesson from the DQ Oreo fudge
Jesus
brownie
Christ.
blizzard. A trifecta of Oreo cookie pieces, fudge, and brownie.
Man, this is making me hungry. Let's get to it.
Happen. If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. We did nothing wrong at all, and we have every right, every single right, to challenge an election that we think is dishonest, that we think it's very dishonest.
That's accurate. He has every right to challenge an election. And in fact, Jamie Gangel, as you know, he exercised those rights, and then he went beyond it.
Right. He exercised them, and he lost over and over again. 61 out of 62 court cases in battleground states. The Supreme Court declined to hear his case twice. That's a court where he
love hip-hop.
appointed
He has some friends
a
on the
lot
court.
of justices.
Yeah.
There were 3 recounts in Georgia. And let's just remember his own Attorney General, Bill Barr, on December 1st said that there was no widespread fraud.
So basically, they're like, fam, this whole election fraud thing and you shaking this stuff up, and let's make sure right here, is the reason that we're going to take you and your whole team down.
Chris Krebs, who is in charge of election security, was a Republican, was fired because he said it was the most secure election ever. White House counsel, Republican after Republican. I just want to say about his election denial again today. This is why former Congresswoman Liz Cheney and many other Republicans who have, there weren't so many who stood up to him, but those who did, have said he remains a clear and present danger. When he says this over and over again, it is a campaign slogan, but it also could lead to violence.
So I guess they're feeling that this guy, Colt 45, is a menace to society, I guess, at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't, the world is not safe if this guy's out here rotting up people, causing quote unquote riots and stuff like that, and insurgents on the Capitol and different things. Like, we gotta make sure to get this guy out of here, is the sentiment that is going on when it comes to Trump. He says that a lot of this stuff is just election stuff, or, just ways of tricking the voters into not believing in him.
Arrest and mugshot in particular, and the fingerprinting, and all of what he went through today. How do you think that's actually sitting with him tonight?
I don't think especially well, Jake. From what I heard from people who had spoken to him, he actually seemed less agitated heading into today than he had the previous 3 indictments, which is still a remarkable sentence to say.
Yeah, he's on his fourth one, by the way.
He doesn't want to be mugshotted. He doesn't want to be arrested. He doesn't want to have to have what in his mind is the indignity of going to.
Look at this right out on the screen too. They got his inmate number P011358809.
This jail, and then saying, which is certainly true, and he has made that kind of face in photos for years and years and years. He doesn't want to look weak, and that's what that's about. And so, circulating the mugshot, fundraising off of it, owning it, using it for press, that's all part of a playbook that we have seen him use over and over again, but that does not mean he's enjoying any of this.
Has he got t-shirts? Is he making t-shirts about this? Listen, man. They keep on calling him Teflon. Okay? But I'm going to make a prediction. I think that he's actually going to get convicted of one of these 4 charges. Okay? He's on his 4th one. Now, like I said before, this is not going to affect him being able to run in the election. But you can't get, you really, really, really got to be Teflon to to have these many people, including that Fonnie Willis chick on your head top, and beat everything. Somebody said something about his lawyers eating. Peace, love. Yeah, his lawyers are eating good. He's just spilling bare money into the lawyers right now. Like, yo, beat this, beat that one too. Eat this case, eat that case. You know what I'm saying? But the reason that they do this, and they do this a lot of times with street criminals too. You know what I'm saying? They'll hit you with a bunch of charges because they know one of them gonna stick. Okay? We might not be able to get you on the what's her name there, the corn chick there, right? With, you know, giving her money from election funds and different things like that, right? Hush money. We might not be able to get you on that one, right? Or you never know. That might be the one they get him on. But they're going to get him on one of the 4 different cases that he has. This one here, there's multiple counts because it's a RICO, right? And the RICO, the racketeering, I'm not even going to try it. Let me just look it up. Make my brain work too much. RICO. Meaning. Okay, Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Organization Act. Okay? So that's something where if they don't get you, if any of your crew's doing something and it's like they're part of a whole organization that you're down with, you're going down too. It makes it easier. Stormy Daniels, thank you, peace, love. It makes it easier to at least make something stick. If we implicate you as part of a criminal organization, you know what I'm saying, rather than just try to get you by yourself. All right? And we heard Fonnie Willis talk about the RICO and how she likes to use the RICO because it's the most effective thing and it works and blah, 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 blah. Right? So this might could get it done. I don't have listen, I'm not here to say free Trump or don't free Trump. Like it's not I don't have a dog in the race from over here in Canada. But from a podcaster's point of view and just from my opinion, I gotta kind of roll with the orange guy right here. This looks like a witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? It's basically, let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. But don't get me wrong. As far as a prediction, one of them gonna stick. Okay? Like I said, I don't wish jail on anybody, and he ain't diddle nobody, he ain't rat on nobody, and that don't matter when it comes to that world. The diddling, yeah, but the ratting, they don't care about that in that world. Right? But as far as what I think might happen, he'll catch one of those 4 cases are going to end up in a conviction, but he won't be doing any time. And if it is, it'll be like a you're on probation type thing. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, like the man's not out here drilling the, spinning the block, doing drills and bringing in, well, kind of is, but not. He's not directly bringing in tons of yayo and stuff into the country type thing. You know what I'm saying? In his plane. Like, we're dealing with a lot of more white collar political crimes and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. All right. I got this picture. I was thinking of changing my Instagram picture to this, my Abby to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling this picture here, Trumpster. You know what I'm saying? And like the lady said, like, don't be going in there looking weak, like, you know, looking like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in jail. Nah, man. God. Right?
We love hip hop.
Okay. There's a couple other things here that I want to cover. There has been some stuff going on with Jamaican migrants. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up some stuff here. I'm getting into some serious territory here. And for anybody who might be just pulling up now, smash that like button, please. You know what I'm saying? It helps with the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? Helps to get us pushed up higher in the algorithms and show favor to the YouTube gods. Let's see if I could find that from just a scroll through. And salute to Straight Out to 6. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So, Jamaican migrant workers sent back to the Caribbean from Ontario farms after exposing conditions. Hold on. Y'all seeing that right there? Right there. Right there. It's getting mucky over there. And listen, these different places, I've been to some of these places. I've been to Brantford. I know Brantford, if I'm thinking, is it Bradford? It might have been Bradford. There's Brantford and there's Bradford. Okay? One of these little small ass towns. I went to one of these small ass towns back in the days. I think I might have told a part of the story where I was in the reggae club, you know, walking up on a ting. But from those times, I heard like, yo, you know that over here, enough of those guys that are there, you know, dubbing up and rubbing up on the ting, those guys are like Jamaican guys who come through here. They do apple picking. I started hearing about that. I'm like, apple picking? What you mean by apple picking? All right? Like somebody got to pick them apples and put them, you know, get them ready so that they can put them in the stores and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is where I first heard about, and this is like early 2000s, maybe late 90s, when I first heard about this whole Jamaican migrants or Jamaican migrant worker thing going on here in Toronto, or in Ontario at least, not Toronto. All right. So let's see what they're saying here. Let me see what he put in the caption here. Jamaican migrant workers were sent back to the Caribbean from a farm in Ontario earlier this month after holding a one-day strike in protest of their workplace conditions, prompting the Canadian government to review the circumstances of their early departure.
The wrong way to be doing this, okay? It puts me in a bad spot, and tell me, I know exactly every single person in this goddamn room. Okay? This is not the way you do things. I know.
He's pissed.
We love hip hop.
I've been sitting all spring, and now it's time to go, and this is the way I'm treated. That's, you know what, guys? That's no problem. That is no problem. You guys use that word a lot in Jamaica. That's no problem. This is no problem. Don't worry. We're going to have this fixed. If you choose not to work today, that will be a problem.
So basically right here, this is, I guess, one of the bosses. And you know where else I heard about this phenomenon, right? In Kingston. Okay, when I was over there doing my time over there in Kingston, like, they're like, yeah, enough of the people out here, they get from Jamaica to come down here and work in the farms and different things like that, right? But this guy right here is just going off on their workers.
Okay? Everybody was scheduled to go to work today. I have a schedule day in and day out for you, man. Some days you're working, some days you're not. You don't pick and choose the days you want to work. That's not the way this works.
That's kind of a fact.
Does anybody have a problem with my scheduling? Does anybody have a problem with my scheduling?
We're not having a problem with your calendar.
No, I'm asking about my scheduling. The wrong way.
All right, let me read the rest of this caption here. The workers arrived in Canada in spring and were initially scheduled to remain at the produce farm in southwestern Ontario until the fall, but were sent home on August 8th, at least 2 months ahead of schedule.
I'm asking, do you have a problem with my scheduling? It's a simple question. What?
You have a problem with my authority?
The days I have men scheduled to work and the days I have men to be off. Do you have a problem the way I schedule men in?
Is he saying men's or men?
The wrong way to be. I'm asking, do you have a problem with my scheduling? It's a simple question. What? My scheduling. The days I have men scheduled to work and the days I have men to be off. Do you have a problem with
Yeah, he did say men's. He's trying to speak their language.
the way I schedule men in? No, I don't have a problem. That's good.
You got a problem with the water coming around your back?
Yeah, you know what? I have a big problem with it too, because this is my building. This is private property. I'll tell you something. No. about that for a second?
Wow. So for anybody who needs a translation, I'm just reading the comment right there. I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing at the comment right there. Road to Success is Adam22 at the No Jumper morning meetings. Yo. That's crazy. For the people who need a translation, man was like, yo, we do have a problem with the way the water is working over here in the building. And he's like, yo, listen, I got a problem with that too. Okay. Calm down, boss.
This is my building. This is my farm. Okay? I don't like seeing my buildings being treated the way they get treated. No, that's
Man's talking back. Man's talking back. Let's see if there's an article on this. Let's see if there's an article on this or if they're suppressing this. Jamaican migrant workers. We'll put a full title in there to make sure so that, you know, well, Friday, you didn't even barely check. No, let's check. Sent home. Make sure. Okay. They're covering it. Jamaican workers expelled from Ontario farms after protesting poor conditions. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Canadian and Jamaican governments looking into allegations of workers' mistreatment. The Canadian and Jamaican government are investigating allegations that an Ontario farm sent a group of Jamaican migrant workers. Hold on, y'all seeing this properly on the screen before I start spitting? A group of Jamaican workers home after they held a one-day strike to protest what they describe as substandard living conditions. Pernell Charles Jr., Jamaican Minister of Labor, says he met 4 of 5 workers in question after a local news reporter they'd been expelled from Canada, payback for their work stoppage, and for blowing the whistle about the treatment to the media. They expressed to me that they were disappointed with being returned early, which I think is normal and understandable. And they have some questions as to exactly what the reasons were, Charles told the reporter here. One of the young men said that they were going back to the same farm for 6 years, and then that time they've been told that he operated very efficiently. So he was shocked that he was sent back. Okay. The men were in Canada as part of the federal government's seasonal agricultural worker program, MAJA, a spokesman for the Employment and Social Development Canada says that the Canadian government is working with the Jamaican counterparts in investigating the allegations. Okay, so the video shows overflowing toilets, flooded living quarters. What video? Is there a video? Jesus, Murphy. That's what it looks like in there? Hold on, let's go back. That's how they're treating the man then, bro? One second. There we go. So this is the floors in the place. Mans are walking around with and this is the video that we were looking at earlier with homeboy right here.
This is the wrong way to be doing this.
All right.
Okay? It puts me in a bad spot and tell me I know
the
exactly.
one that you guys called out in 22.
No, I'm asking about my scheduling. I'm asking, do you have a problem with my scheduling? It's a simple question.
Right. What else did they find wrong? The third video shows a man in a baseball cap with a okay, so they're describing the yelling. What else is in here? Overflowing toilets. Okay, what is this here? Okay, the Jamaican overseer first reported on the allegations in June. The newspaper quoted workers at the farm who said the boss had berated them for refusing to work after he had already cramped living quarters flooded with wastewater from overflowing toilets. Yuck. Bro. So you're telling me that these guys got sent home because they were complaining because they have to walk around in shit water. Ah, I see. Okay. So the man them and the gal them don't want to work where they have to smell feces all over the place, all over their rooms all day because basically water is just overflowing out of the toilets. So now you don't even want to use. I don't even want to see what the toilets look like if they're overflooding to the point where it's just flooding the spot where they're living, which is already overcrowded. All right, let me get this out of the background here. Let me use this right here, which is already overcrowded.
Doing this.
Right? But if you complain about this, we're going to send your ass home. Holy. This is the type of stuff that like, and I'm not trying to create any type of separation or anything like that because we're all together out here. You know what I'm saying? But these be the evil whites. Like, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of stuff that makes people have that type of distrust. Like our people, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys make it bad for the rest of the white people, fam. Like, bro. Because I know that it's not like that as a monolith. You know what I'm saying? But then when you got these bad actors, you're like, bro, what is up with you guys? Like, you're trying to tell me they're sending these guys home because you're complaining about, like, really put yourself in a situation. Like, imagine you got to go to work every day. You're living at this place, like, you know, you're doing one of those works where you stay in this place for a few months, 6 months. The day that you get there, the whole place smells like shit because actually, it's not even the day that you get there because I'm sure the first few days is probably chill. Maybe day 1, maybe day 2, you start noticing, wait a minute, the water, Bridget, you ain't noticed there's a problem with the toilet? Yeah, I noticed it too. Right? By the end of day 2, it's not flushing right. In the middle of the night when people are sleeping, oh shit. One man overfloods the toilet. Then that starts becoming a trend all over the whole workplace. Boom, 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 boom. By day 3, you're waking up and there's water all over the floor. You step into that water with your bare foot first. Like, because when you noticed when you put your foot in there, a little piece of poo just floated right past you. Was that Winston's? Oh, blood clot. Now you want to complain. But if you complain to homie, now you might lose your job. They send you back to your situation. You got to remember, they're leaving Jamaica to come here because they need the money, or they would have just stayed there. Okay? We're not talking about people who are coming from great circumstances. We're talking about people who are coming from trash circumstances to come in here to worse circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So that they can make some money to send back home to the family. Yo, this is the type of stuff that gets me irate, fam. Road to success. I'm not doing it with no yachty accent. You know what I'm saying? People hate when I do the Jamaican accent. Yo, you're not even Jamaican, fam. Shut up. I know. Right? Yo, entertainment, you think they're getting jerk chicken over there? Pure boiled hot dogs and boiled chicken, fam. You crazy? The macaroni and cheese ain't even cooked right. Holy. The hell, fam? How you mess up the mac and cheese, bro? The instructions are on the box. Jesus Christ. They're probably getting mac and cheese where you can still see the powder on top of it when they serve it to them. You're like, fam, you didn't even mix it up, bro. Right? And then after you're done eating, go back to your piss-smelling room and wake up and go to work tomorrow. And then bust your back in the sun for 12 hours. And like it. Or you're going home. Man said the digested jerk chicken from last week. Listen, fam. I used to go to a place called the Peel Pub back in the days. I hope that place not open anymore because I might be throwing smut on their name. They used to give you reserved spaghetti. Okay, and that was at a restaurant. That was at a pub. Okay, where people were buying this stuff. So there's no telling what these guys are getting. What's in the slop? I don't know. Taste it. Let me know. Enjoy. Next. Who knows what else kind of debauchery is happening over there in these farms, fam? And then you got this guy breathing on your neck, fam? That's crazy. Yeah, I need to keep my eye on this. We're definitely back on the grind right now. So we're going to be talking about this. Salute to Dusty Wallace. I seen somebody mention here in the comments. Peace Love says Dusty Wallace is losing it. Of course. He sent me this too. He's Jamaican. He's going to take personal offense to this. Trust me, fam. We're on this. We're on the case. Okay? We'll be back on this. I want to keep my eye on what's going on with this whole thing. Maybe these migrant workers, to be honest, I would say they might be able to go back and go back to their jobs. But if I'm them, I'm not going back there until I see that the conditions are way better. It's kind of hard to say, well, listen, I'll just pass on the money. Because like I said, these guys are not in situations where they could just be like, okay, well, I'm not going unless like they were willing to actually stay with the conditions being trash. But once they complained, they asked got sent home. Think about that. It's not like they left on their own. They got sent home after complaining about it. That's the crazy part. Trust me, we'll be following up on this. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of the those men and women who were sent home. Okay, hold your head. Like I said, this is something that has been going on over here in Canada, in Ontario especially, for a long time, and out west too. Okay, out west they got that in Vancouver and all that. Like they people fly in from Africa and different places like that too, and come through and work in the farms. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, now you know. Okay. Where are we in time? In here just talking blah 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 blah. We good. Oh snap. That time jumped. Holy. Anyhow. Let me make sure everything's good here. I want to cover a couple more things here before we get off of this. Young and Ace. Do I want to talk about this Young and Ace telling? Do I care that much about this? 1 second here. Where did I get this from? Y'all know the Young and Ace guy, right? The Who I Smoke. Right? He was out there telling, but I feel like enough people cover this as far as the other YouTubers and stuff out there. So I'm going to leave this one alone. And I want to talk about my friend, or I don't know if he's my friend, my colleague, Poetik Flakko. Okay? Poetik Flakko, he's been in his bag lately. I'm not going to lie. He's been, let's do a quick YouTube search on Poetik Flakko and see what his SEO is right now. Poetik Flakko, look at this, look at this. As soon as I put in his name, let me do this again. 1 second, gang. As soon as I put in his name, Poetik Flakko, No Jumper, Poetik Flakko, Young Dog, Poetik Flakko, Lush, Queen's Flip, Exposed, Fight, Almighty Suspect, Adam 22, Whack 100. Like, his name is popping all over the place. Okay? Salute to the boy Poetik Flakko. He's almost at 100,000 subscribers. Let's get him to 100,000 wow. I don't know. I feel like the comment gang has mixed opinions on Poetik Flakko. I did an interview with him maybe about 3-4 months ago now. Maybe longer. Okay? And in the comments, some people were like, tell this guy to shut up, man. He's just stuttering fool. But one thing that he was saying the other day, and you know, he's had his share of controversy. Y'all know what Poetik Flakko looks like, right? Let's get a picture of my boy in the background here. Salute to Flakkeezy.
To me, that should have been like her biggest blessing.
All right, salute to Flakkeezy. What? Your road to success says Adam 22's house ninja? Whoa. I don't know, fam. You might not be feeling this way after the way that Flakko's been like puffing up his chest lately, fam. So the other day, they do the news show over at No Jumper every day. They switch up the host, and Flakko was very, very adamant about No Jumper not having the biggest influence on the culture. Right? Where is it? Let me see if I can find it in the lives. Yeah, I think it's right here. Fousey arrested, 2 days ago. He
travel hacking is a game.
Spazzed out. Okay? Because the argument was that No Jumper by themselves as a company doesn't dictate what's going on in hip hop culture. Okay? But I think that the way that they were taking in his argument, he was saying that No Jumper doesn't have any influence. Okay? Let's get somewhere near the end, because that's where the argument started getting really heated.
My personal opinion, yeah, I fuck with your content.
Fuck the
I
numbers.
watch your shit daily. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just talking about what that person has to offer. I'll be real, my nigga. Again, this is as humbly as possible, right? But now I gotta pop my shit. Why? Because that forces me now to stay up at 5 in the morning doing these edits.
So you don't think Trap Lord Ross fucking with you? I feel like Trap Lord Ross is probably the biggest new hip hop blogger that's making.
Now, his argument also is that his Young Dolph video that he did that has 1.6 million views is more influential than, I guess, what's been going on at No Jumper. Or maybe that's just how the people on the panel, I don't remember the gentleman's name in the middle, but that's Sharp over there, and the next youth there, I forget his name too. All right,
waves and shit.
Is he a blogger?
Like a video?
And unfortunately, I did forget their names. Remo. Remo is good too. Remo does his thing. He's very informative, and he does a lot of help behind the scenes. He's filming, he's editing, he's doing a lot of stuff. So even if he's not the best of the podcasters out there as far as shooting his opinion, his timing, talking into the mic, different things like that, like, he brings a lot more to the table than what's needed on camera to No Jumper. Okay, so I'll give him a blight. I'm saying all of this to say something later on.
So essayist, I guess. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, right.
Y'all don't do. You don't think you do the same thing? Because you
No,
make short
no.
form content. He kind of.
No. Right. I give commentary.
He's like a journalist, and you're like a comment. Yeah. Okay. All right.
By the end of 2024, man, I'll be feel me in the league. You feel me?
I got you, man.
So you're anti-elitist.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. Wait.
Like no rapidy rap niggas, man.
I'm just saying, like, my favorite bloggers, like Act. All right, a reason I fucked with Act, because Act would actually get the bloggers on the phone. I mean, get the rappers on the phone and ask them directly and shit. So, like,
do we have some seat at the table that you don't know about?
Of course we do. Right?
But why is that? Are we one person or are we a collective of people who are tapped in?
Josh,
because all you're doing is saying you respect what we do, and then all you said before is that we ain't shit.
Yeah, bro, that was.
Listen, Josh, who's the co-owner of No Jumper, or one of Adam's business partners. He's also a producer behind the scenes. Him and Sharp they seem to have taken a lot of offense to what Flakko was saying. And one of the questions that they had asked, or I guess they had brought onto the table when it came to this whole debate, was, do you think that you, Flakko, would be in the same place without the No Jumper, without his place on No Jumper? And I guess he feels in his opinion, yes, he'd still be Poetik Flakko, the Poetik Flakko that we know now. Okay. Obviously, he made an argument that it would take a little bit longer, but because of his influence that he's been able to create by himself, he did a 1.6 million view video prior to even being on No Jumper, that he would still be that guy. He's him. He's Himothy.
He said we're not an authority on hip hop or whatever.
Pull it up what I said. Yeah, pull it up, Josh, right?
He said we're not an authority.
Because they're lying.
I get it.
Him Duncan.
Right?
Right? Fucking lying. I heard you. Because it made
I said no media platform. No media platform.
That stutter was crazy.
Individually dictate anything in the culture.
Admit you got spicy with it, son. And you
How
let it
though?
out. You did. You got spicy with it because you were trying to. We were talking about your video in the beginning, right?
And he said what?
And how much you said it made an impact.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But who are you to say it made an impact? We're over here saying, okay, well, what we do makes an impact. You're like, that's not true.
Wait,
that's what you said.
said what?
You said. You said, because you were saying that your video made an impact.
Yeah.
We were like, we don't think that shit made an impact.
We love
like, well, it
hip-hop.
doesn't really matter what anybody says.
And that's what he said,
here.
though. No. So, wait, Sharp, right? Wait, right? I know what was said.
Bullshit. I know.
So I guess none of these guys have seen his video in the room. Keep that in mind. And listen, I never seen the video neither. All right. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that have millions of views that I've never seen. Okay. But I do have a point to get to when it comes to the boy Flakko. Sorry. I do have a point to get to when it comes to the boy Flakko.
No, right? Because I know word for word, so they can't spin it. And he said word for word. People in this building didn't see it, so hence it didn't make an impact. And what I said was 10 people in here doesn't dictate what's impactful. It takes a collective of all hip hop media to come together and figure out what's impactful.
That thing right
So right there, he was saying, instead of No Jumper doesn't have an influence on the culture, there's no 10 people in a room or just no 10 people in just one building that can dictate what's going on in the culture. Okay. Which is true, right? Like over here is the We Love Hip Hop Network, where a lot of people say one of the biggest Toronto hip hop networks, but we still don't dictate what goes on in the culture because we're still just one. I still need to, like, if we really want to have a good consensus, get with like a Ivan Evidente, maybe a Click, a few other different names, Noah Shabib, different people who have their pulse on the game, Marlon Palmer, right? And get everybody together and get like a full opinion on really what's happening in the game, what's really moving and shaking, right? But our opinions over here it can't just be enough. So I get what that part of the argument is. However, to Josh and Sharp's point, that's not what he said originally. Okay? He did say that no jumper on their own does not dictate the culture, which is also true. Okay? With all due respect to No Jumper, I mess with No Jumper. I watch a lot of their content. They have taken a dip over the last few months with the departure of their other guys. However, I don't think that those guys were really, AD, T-Rel and all those guys. Yes, them leaving was a big dent in the way things were moving, and it was fun and everything like that to see all of those different characters over there at the No Jumper network. However, I don't think that they brought great podcasting skills to the table. A lot of the times when it came to AD, he didn't really want to talk about topics. His At the End of the Day show, they would just kick it, and that's cool, but I gotta be into their world to give a shit about them just kicking it about what happened on their weekend. Okay? And to be honest, if you just want my real honesty, I don't care. I want to hear what your opinion is on some of these things that are going on in the scene. Okay? And give me a little bit of what's happening in your life as well. Okay? But that can't be the main thing that I'm watching you guys for, because I don't live with you guys. I don't live around there. Don't hit the same. I'm sorry. All right? So this ended off with the stream ending with Flakko arguing his lungs out. He got super offended. Josh was not visibly because you can't see him, but he was definitely offended. You could tell, and he cut the stream.
There, what you said. 10 people who are supposed to be tapped in,
yeah,
knowing what is going on.
That's their full-time job, is to research hip hop shit, bro.
Their opinion should not count when reporting shit and working together.
With Josh, wait, Josh.
We love hip hop.
In what world definition are those the same thing?
What the fuck are you talking
about? In what world is me saying no 10 niggas can come together and tell hip hop culture this right here is what's impactful? It takes the collective of all of hip hop.
Well, no,
How does that equate to your opinions don't mean shit?
Well, asking somebody.
What the fuck niggas talking about? Bro, you're just lying at this point, bro. You're just lying.
I think part of the problem that they're feeling with Flakko is that they feel that he may think that he's bigger than the program. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you're cool. No Jumper is cool and all that, but like, it's me. You know what I'm saying? It's really me that's got this moving. I think that's the opinion, or that's the sentiment that they're getting from the way that Flakko's passionately giving his argument. And, with his stutter and different things like that, he's not really getting the points off like the way he usually does on his own YouTube channel, because like he's doing the editing and all that ahead of time. So they're getting part of the point, and they're around him. They get the point. Like, his stutter is not so bad that you can't understand him, or he wouldn't be sitting there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not like they're really getting what he's saying. And it's hard to get what he's saying.
We'll end this and we can watch the video together.
Because they want to backtrack to where he actually said, nah, No Jumper's opinion doesn't dictate the culture. And I guess they're feeling that he backpedaled and said, no, not just No Jumper. It takes a whole collective. Okay?
Bro, they're lying though.
Made niggas feel I ain't fucking lie, bro. That's how you came off.
I heard what he said though. I heard what Remo said though.
Dude, and you start shitting on us like we just some hoes or something. It don't even matter.
We love hip hop.
I have the same opinion every show.
Fuck with you, Flakko.
So right, the top 10 elitists can never dictate. Bro, I'm anti-elitist, period. So when I think about 10 people coming together and telling all of hip-hop, this right here.
But nobody's setting that example other than you.
He said that though.
He said, I'm going to ask 10 people in here.
That's a lie. He never said that. That's a lie. He never said that.
He's pissed.
He said word for word. The people, the folks in here never seen it, so his is not impactful. Word for word.
I feel Flakko with what he's saying. Okay, and we'll get to the end of the stream here. Because they just ended it. They were just like, yo, listen, we're off this.
The people
you
in DC
fucking
so his
said.
right
What you
back.
said was fucking disrespectful.
And it made me want to tell you, well, why don't you go up to Hip Hop Now
We love
TV?
hip-hop.
Yeah, it seemed like you're trying to say you more tapped in than
Now, this is 2 days ago. He's been back. They had an episode today. Episode seemed to have gone cool. They did bring up that little outburst, but they didn't go crazy on it. You know what I'm saying? Adam hasn't been on content with no Flakko, Poetik Flakko, right? I'm hoping that I don't see an Adam 22 appearance on one of these news shows, because you remember the last time that Adam appeared on a news show. It was like, Lush, I think you're lying. Right? Remember that? It was cringe. It was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to say, and this is with all due respect to No Jumper, Flakko's right. Okay? Is it a hot take? Flakko is absolutely right. Once upon a time, No Jumper dictated what happened in the culture when it came to the SoundCloud rappers. They were definitely a big part of the movement when it came to, just, the LA scene. Okay, when it came to getting AD, T-Rel, all these different characters into our atmosphere and us knowing who they are, this is all No Jumper's responsibility, okay? But as far as the culture, as far as, when we're looking to get an opinion on what's really happening in the culture, we have our people that we already feel are the culture dictators, okay? Sorry, I'm just want to get a nice picture of Flakko in the background here. Right, we have our people we look to. We have Joe Budden. Okay, Joe Budden is definitely one of the people who's been given that responsibility of, this is maybe a person or a network of people when it comes to his podcast, but definitely even him on his own is somebody that, like, people will say will look to of anybody who dictates the culture. Right? Peace Love says DJ Vlad? ? Yeah. Vlad has so many different people on his show. As far as his return guest, creating huge moments, going quote unquote viral, like, cause a lot of his interview clips, right? I know a lot of people will say Vlad's the feds and he's getting people locked up, but a lot of his interview clips get national news. Okay, they're breaking stories. Right. As far as him as he's an elder statesman in the hip hop game. Right. DJ Vlad the Butcher. Okay. He's been out there putting out music, putting out mixtapes from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Tupac mixtape, all type of things. So he's definitely somebody that has come to be one of the most powerful people in the hip hop game. And he can be a person that you can say is dictating the culture, but on his own, yeah. People will listen for a DJ Vlad or look for a DJ Vlad tweet or an X, I guess now, and be like, oh, a lot of his tweets have gone viral, right? A few other people that I would say, DJ Academics, okay? When it came to the whole Tory Lanez case and stuff like that, people were waiting for DJ Academic streams to see what was going on and see what his opinion was. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and he's had other incidents where these different things have happened, where he's had legendary streams. He's had, different times where he said things that had turned the whole hip hop game upside down. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the old dusty niggas and stuff like that. Like, Academics got crazy motion. So when it comes to anybody who has any type of dictating the culture, and him and Joe Budden had their show together over there on Everyday Struggle, where they were like debating about different hip hop topics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They had the Migos moment. They had different things where these guys like when they speak, the whole culture's like looking to hear what their take was on this whole thing. Okay? I'll take DJ Vlad out of it because he's more of just of an interviewer. He's not out there giving his opinions all the time. And I'll put him in honorable mentions for sure. Okay? The Breakfast Club. But specifically, Charlemagne the God. Okay? His opinions on things have definitely shaken up the whole hip hop game. All right? When he was on Drake's neck, he was influencing things. Okay? He had people trying to jump on him, you know what I'm saying? With the can I get a drop moment, because the things that he was saying was influencing the culture to either like your stuff or not like your stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Charlemagne the God, if you're going to talk about, to go against Flakko's point of there having to be a collective, there's certain people that if they see something, the hip hop game is like, yeah, that's his take on it. You know what I'm saying? What is, the whole Dave Chappelle, what does Ja Rule think at a moment like this? Like, or who cares what Ja Rule thinks at a moment like this type thing? There's certain people that they're like, no, what do you guys have? What do you think about this? What do you think about this, Joe Button? What do you think about this, academics? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about this, Charlemagne? What do you think about this, Gilly, Wallow? Right? We'll put them together because separately, both of their opinions are definitely strong and matter. Okay, and salute to Peace Love for that suggestion right there. Both of their opinions matter separately, but they're such a strong team that when you actually hear their opinions most of the time, it'd be on their podcast, the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Okay? I won't put myself on that list, but for Toronto, oh yeah, Friday Ricky Dread. Let's go. Hold on. Let's go! For Toronto. But Flakko's definitely right when it comes to No Jumper. They're not dictating what's going on in the culture. Adam 22, even though I mess with him, I don't have an issue with Adam and whatever the different things that he's doing. That's on him. That's his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are so shocked and appalled, and they ask him about it in interviews all the time. A lot of people are focusing more on the debauchery and the different things that have happened over at No Jumper than what their opinions are on the culture. Okay? So if it comes to that, Flakko's definitely right. No Jumper's opinions on the culture is not moving shit. They're entertaining as hell. But Adam might be the one who might be able to shake some stuff up if he's going at a rapper or whatever. But with all due respect, people are not waiting on if this hot take or this crazy thing happens in the scene, what's Adam 22's take on it? Because right now, even though he's on an upward trajectory money-wise, in the hip-hop game, his name is kind of radioactive. So even though I post him showing him love, people will be in the comments like, yeah, that's what that, oh yeah, who cares what he has to say? Who cares what that slave master has to say? Like, they have all the negative things to say, even though he might be spitting some wisdom in the post. He might be saying some real smart stuff. But right now, the game is so on that they're like, who cares what he's saying? You could be posting the most positive thing about him. Who cares? He's this, he's that, he's that. So Flakko's right when it comes to the whole No Jumper thing. Where he needs to be easy is thinking that he's bigger than the program. Because No Jumper is a huge network. Okay? And if he uses it right, and not using it in a way, I'm using you guys and I'm off of this. Like, if he applies this network right to his career, he'll definitely always be on an upward trajectory. Because Flakko, in my opinion, is one of the best people that No Jumper have on their network. Okay? Air horns. No matter how much people are like, yo, his stutter, and all the different things, he's entertaining as fuck. His hot takes are crazy hot, even if they're wrong or if they're right. He spits a hot take. He doesn't hesitate. He gets into that mic and he's like, yo, this is what I think. They can barely get the topic out and he's, yo, boom, 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 this is what I think. He has different angles to him where he's like, Yes, I know everything that there needs to be known about the hip hop game and the underground up and coming game and all that different stuff. And he has his Toronto knowledge up. Don't get that twisted. Because remember, he interviewed Sagittarius Shoddy. All right. He knew about Daddy Rambo and a man like Joseph and all that stuff. He's tapped into multiple different areas of the scene. Okay. As well as having his opinions on the black experience in America and being super pro-black and talking about politics and stuff like that. Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm glazing or anything like that, but like he has brought a lot to their network, right? This might be the reason why he's feeling like his chest is so big up, right? We're like, yo, I can't be fired. But don't never get it twisted and think that you're bigger than the program. That boy Adam, if you get too spicy, he'll clip your ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep you right there in the fold, bro. I want to see you win. So just, you know what I'm saying? I'm an older head, so peep the game. Keep doing your thing. Keep your foot on their neck when it comes to, and not no jumper's neck, just the whole game's neck. When it comes to doing your videos, the man drops like 3-4 videos a day, and I mess with it. You know what I'm saying? And some of his videos have been getting a lot of other people reviewing his videos. His Joe Button podcast takes and stuff like that he does on his own channel. Dope. Right? So salute to him. But don't go so crazy where they start feeling like you think that you're bigger than No Jumper. You could even feel that way. But keep that on the inside, my G. You know what I'm saying? Because from any time, no matter how much you bring to the table over there, if they clip you, there will be a percentage of people, no matter how much people say, oh, we don't like Flakko, they make fun of him in the chat. If he was gone, like tomorrow, if Adam just came through, jumped onto the next news and said, Flakko, and it was like clip time, people would be like, damn, though, I miss Flakko. Why'd they get rid of him? But in the end of the day, they be all right. Okay? Some time won't go where people are like, yo, we miss Flakko. They might lose a percentage of their audience because of the move, and they'll be like, yo, they fired too many people over there, Ray Tay, whatever people might want to say. However, they'll get over it. He'll find some other talent because they got the money to be able to say, you know what? Well, let's pluck this person, or let's take this person who's already popping and come through. Yo, Bootleg Kev, yo, Destiny, yo, pop up and like do some podcasts with me for another month or so until I get another hot dude to come through and be the next Flakko or better than Flakko. You never know. I'm not gonna say better because not Zerka, peace love. Zerka's too radioactive. Adam's smarter than that. He's not trying to, he had the interview with Zerka. He's not going to keep Zerka on this thing. But he'll find somebody if he has to replace you. So don't make yourself have to be replaced. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. Keep doing what you're doing. But don't ever act like you're bigger than the program, bro. Even if you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? And you be all right. But like I said before, I'm going to stand on it. He's the best podcaster over there right now. With all due respect to the rest of those guys, a lot of times they don't even be talking into the damn mic. They over curse. You know, they'll sit there and talk about gangster shit for like hella long before getting to a topic. Like, when Flakko is in the dynamic of their new show, he turns it up. And you probably could, if I do a little autopsy on the channel, on the news reports, the ones where he's sitting there in the studio probably have more views. So if you see that, Flakko, don't take that as now I could big up my chest and start acting like I don't need y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Use that as a way to keep building your name, build yourself as somebody who, if they fire you, they have to hire 3 people to be able to replace you. Okay? This is my motto. This is how I used to do my thing over there at the Shoppers Drug Mart head office back in the days. I used to tell people that anybody who watches these streams or watches me on anything, they'll be like, yeah. I'll throw my gubby. Kofi used to say that all the time. Yeah, if you fire me, right? And I used to say this on the low. I wasn't saying this so my bosses could hear. But if they fire me, they're going to need 3 people to replace me. Okay? Because when I was in there, I could deal with the calls on customer service. I trained the people who were doing customer service. I did emails and responded to people in the customer service like, yo, you got a problem, boom, 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 boom. Sent you back the canned responses, sent you back. I handled their social media stuff. I was like a Swiss Army knife. I could do mad things. You know what I'm saying? So now if they get rid of me, and I left on my own. I left to do this. This is what I'm doing this now, right? But if they fired me, they'd be like, damn, we got to get a new trainer. We got to get somebody to handle the social media stuff. Yo, like, and they got to be able to do it well. They're going to have to go through a few people who mess it up at first until they get the right person. Nah. You have me, or like I said, with you, Flakko, be that guy. Who, if they ever think of firing him, they got to think twice. And then that's when you could, not puff up your chest. But if you do make a mistake, and I think you're kind of already there, because this was kind of a mistake, what you did right here with the going too crazy in the live. But I think you've brought enough value to the table where they're like, we'll allow you this time. We'll let you get this one. But don't come in here every week talking that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or Adam will clip you, bro. Or Josh. Josh will be like, yo, Adam, we gotta get rid of this guy. I think he thinks he's bigger than the program. Yeah. Push the button, Josh. And you'll be out of there. So yeah, that's my advice to you, brother. I think I'm done here. We back at it. You know what I'm saying? This week we'll be dropping an episode on Monday morning. So look out for that. Salute to the boy Dusty Wallace. There's a couple of interviews in the vault right now. Right? Salute to Goose, by the way. That's Conway's little bro. He's touring with Conway currently, so look out for that interview. As well as Rodala. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to put an edit down on that Rodala interview and put that up for the members. And there's going to be a few more interviews that are going to be going up on the channel before we start dropping interviews. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody in the comment gang strong. We'll be back with some more lives for your head top. Bear lives next week. You know what I'm saying? We on it right now. We back. But for now, I'm off.